What's up, folks? We are here with Hop On number 70. My name is Todd, aka Toddly Enough, and I'm joined by Derek.
How are you all doing tonight? Welcome back. Quick turnaround from Friday, where we hosted the first ever Hop On Monthly. Pretty exhilarating Game 10 Grand Finals that Sapphire was able to claim.
Yeah, it was dope. I'm glad that we are kind of expanding the brand a little bit, and also I'm excited to do comms with you. It's my first time. We're
Yes.
a duo of names that people get wrong at coffee shops. So
Yes.
I think that's going to be fun. We have something in common already. We're already linked by people going, is that Tom? You'd say Todd? What was your name? Oh, Derek. Eric? Oh, no, which?
Plenty of Erics.
I don't know.
There's plenty of ways to spell Derek, of course, as well.
That's
no,
true,
I'm happy
too.
to cast with you as well. I think it's going to be a very good block. Excited to see these pools. I'm going to take a greater look at the bracket myself here.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
Too good a peek.
We've actually got a decent amount of like what I call our like high placers, but not necessarily as many of our winners this time around. We do have Outcast in the bracket, I believe, holding on to the number 1 seed. But we've got like a lot of our mainstays: Ceramics, or Quacks, No Thigh, Ender's in here, Mao Kitty, of course, Uber down there, Fake Not Real. A lot of like classic Hop On participants. But right now, up on the stream, we've got some other folks stepping up. The Jaded God versus Uno, entirely polar opposite name conventions.
Yeah, right.
Looking forward to seeing these two.
Absolutely. Do you know of any previous set history between these two? Speaking on matches.
I don't recognize either of these players.
Oh, it'll be a fresh start for us both. And I'm excited to get right into it. Right now, though, Clarence is stuck at the ledge, gets back on the stage, but here comes the a lot of damage on this Forceman conversion. It's the jab up tilt, following up air, down air. Good jab reset, down air again. Down air, but it doesn't send off the stage. But back to reset. You know what? Good DI.
No, I think maybe a little unfamiliar with the matchup is Uno, but of course, there's only so many Force Burns out there. It's one of those characters that like is a lot of people think are very strong, especially at the top level, of course, piloted by the lovely Cake Assault. He seems like the best character in the game, but I don't know, there's not a lot of like lower kind of middle level representation of him, so it can be hard not only to figure out what you should do as the Force Burn, but also what to do against him. Certainly dropping off the stage is not it. Jaded God goes down there with the combust just to make sure that they were definitely dead.
A little bit disrespectful, akin to a Shine Spike. And yes, with Force Burn, Cake Assault being, a lot of us have joked about at this point, with Force Burn being number 1 on the tier list piloted by Cake Assault, but him being the only player to use Force Burn on the entire top 50. I know that's something that the community's been talking about.
Yeah.
But to your point, yes, exactly. I think Force Burn is a character who, he has very odd specials to someone just picking up the game, and his advantage state is, at least I was picking out during Evo watching Cake Assault's top 8, was that Force Burn has really, really long advantage shake sequences. And I think that for newer players, that could be a little harder to like learn off rip. So that could explain why it's not a character you see super often in mid-level. And right now, though, the Jaded God looking well. Someone who knows the character.
I mean, like, and Uno, look, could be a whole bunch of things, but definitely feeling a little new to the game, or at least to this level of play. A bit of flubs in that last game. Maybe it's nothing. You don't want to assign too much to it. Definitely a bit of nerves at the very least, bit of spaghetti, and Jaded God doing a pretty good job at, like you were talking about, that extended Force Burn advantage state, using the clones to create difficult situations off stage and force Uno into uncomfortable positions that, of course, Force Burn loves to exploit.
Absolutely does, especially when DI isn't a factor. That character, a lot of these strings are one ginormous DI check. Right now, he's getting back on the stage. 2 clones out. Force Burn. Where's he? Oh, here comes the Claren there, though. Able to just abrupt. Falling out of it again, though. Unfortunately, not getting the sweet spot on that. Here's some up airs. Ooh.
Yeah, it can be tough. Uno definitely looking for the fully sending these drift in nairs, which, I mean, can be an excellent tool, just as Cape Upstrong typically isn't, but it worked this time. Claren, that full send, like, short hop nair is an excellent approach tool, but 6 times in a row, that gives Jaded God a lot of opportunities to kind of, paint by numbers, punish that, especially as Force Burn. These grabs working out as well, going to these top plats. We don't get the tech chase, though. We drop an opportunity. Still no retaliation from Uno. The percent is stacking against them right now, Jaded God, but it doesn't matter. If we make a slip up off the edge, we're going into the pool. Summer's not over yet, Derek.
Summer is absolutely not over, as we see the battle pass too being extended all the way to 3 months instead of the individual month. But I like that change for the game. I think it's healthy. Also, as well,
Yeah.
having a lot of free skins, like skins that used to be paid for last summer, now they're free. I think that's great.
Yeah, and palettes on top of that. It feels like
new palettes,
the skin goes farther, you know.
And that's something I really do value about Rivals compared to other fighting games, or even just a lot of AAA games in the market right now, is how, because it's a smaller game, you know, it values the representative, or the income it takes from skins and representing people wanting to play their game. So having more consumer-friendly habits, I think, is incredible for the game, and I hope that it will shoot it into the mainstream upcoming.
Absolutely, but yo, speaking of getting shot into stuff, Uno sent to the blast zone at Mach a Jillion by the classic. I mean, down air, down strong, homie. Look, if you're Forest Burn, you're holding down all day.
Right.
Down tilt, down air, down strong, floor hug. He loves that stuff, man.
And that's something I noticed too in that last game. He was getting a lot off of these down tilts, especially like kind of lower mid percents where Claren was maybe trying to push a button at a disadvantage. Good move to pop you up in the air and see fall or DI. Get some good follow. Next set yet is currently on standby for us. We know who that might be.
Definitely, it felt like maybe Uno is just kind of just getting into this and maybe finding their feet, which is great. I mean, actually, one of the coolest things that I saw, I know like Wisely posted about this, that the player, like the average player retention for Rivals 2 had doubled after Evo. And even like at our local scene, we had somebody pull up who just was like, yeah, I saw Evo, it looked super fun, and I used to play Melee, and here I am. Like, and it was nice. I mean, that was just super cool. Like, I was literally like, you know, I'm doing seating, and I'm like, anybody know this guy? Does anybody know who this is? Yeah. No one knew who he was. And I was like, hey, how's it going? Welcome in. He's like, yeah, you know. So I just think I think that's awesome. I remember like I was just like watching Evo, watching Cakes like losers run, like genuinely felt inspired. Like not inspiring in that I could do that, but I was just like, yo, if this is what Rivals can look like if we can have every major top 8 feel like this for at least, you know, some chunk of it, right? Like, we're gonna be cooking, man.
I watched all of Evo live. Cake Assault's run was, yes, inspirational. That's actually a really good way to describe it. What was it? 2 reverse 3-0s in a row, only to be ended by Plup on the verge of a third one as well. Cake Assault beating, what was it? B-Bats and then Stango. And both reverse 3-0s against some of the other better players in the world right now.
It was awesome. But yo, speaking of helping out players, we do have the Matcherino as always here on Hop On! Matcherino in the chat. Post is already there. Link is ready for you if you want to check it out. It's a way for 0 money from you, give money to our players. You just sign in and claim the code with your sign in of your platform of choice. However, if you're feeling a little generous, if your money isn't already going to GDQ, pop some into the Matcherino for our players. Give them a little bonus payout for putting on a good show for you.
$0? That is a really good deal, I gotta say.
0 money.
0, dude.
0. I love having 0 money. Right? And getting stuff.
Yeah, anything you can reap the benefit of $0, that's a net positive.
Absolutely. Factually, objectively, you could not possibly be wrong about that, my friend. But I do believe we might be getting our next set coming up.
Yeah,
maybe in a little bit. I do see elsewhere in the bracket things are already happening. Ceramic 2-0 over Ender. I mean, dude, the Ceramic Ender. I mean, I don't know. I love all the like BC folks battling it out because it just juices the story for when they come down here eventually towards the end of the year. Report priority. I'm very excited about that.
Now you had mentioned you run a local. Do you recognize any of these players from your local scene?
Let's see. Is anyone here today? I do not think so. No, nobody from our local Washington scene is here today. Not sure why. Maybe because it's hot today and everybody's like, I don't want to do anything because there's no AC for most places in Washington. Yeah, not sure what it's like in Vancouver. Maybe it's not so bad, or maybe it's worse. Who knows? But yeah, no, everybody's staying in today, but not hopping on. What's up with that? Come on, guys.
No, they don't appear to be hopping on. Unfortunate, but
What the heck?
take all the players you can get, especially at an event with the caliber or the reputation that how Hop On does. Kind of get the notoriety, the caliber player that they do attract. I mean, last weekend I was kind of surprised to see the entrant count and view count for top 8. Like, I had a great time with that tournament, and it's it makes me happy to see kind of an independent, smaller game, and have a big enough tournament online where people are actually coming in regularly to check it out, and I think that's great for building the greater community.
Yeah, no, there's a ton of really well put together online tournaments. I know, like I think it's called Into the Abyss is one that's run by Watherham that is well attended and has been seeing this incredible rivalry between Viviana and Sapphire, which is so. I love how rich it is. I mean, it's like they're at like 50 sets or something, which is bonkers, but that's what you can do when you have online play. And of course, it's not always perfect West Coast to East Coast, but certainly is playable, at least in my experience. I just was in the Zeke League, which is run by Coach Zeke, of course. Lovely folk in the space. I actually did comms like a couple weeks ago. It was very, very fun to hang out with them. But I was in the Zeke League over the weekend, got trashed, of course, and it was just like all these we had top 10 players in there, man. It was and that's what these grinders, man, they want to play the damn game.
And to get that good too, you have to be a grinder, right? It goes back on itself to be able to compete and make it really far in the Zeke League, in the Hop On series. A lot of, even I imagine you're local, right? I like about Rivals that it is a grind game. In my local scene, it's a lot of players who were previously really good at Ultimate or PM or Melee. The kind of players who want to grind. A lot of Rivals is, when I think of it, it's a much bigger knowledge check, I think. It's higher level. It really is. So you have to be a grinder to get really good at the game. I think that makes for a more interesting spectating experience, because you see these people really putting in the time on these characters and really being able to push, as we said, Evo, like the advantage states or the edge cards. Or Loxodon running up and holding down smash. I popped off when he did that. I love the game, and it's fun to see. And we have more action coming up here shortly, right?
Yeah, it looks like they're maybe here. I see people stepping up. We're still working on getting them in.
Getting excited.
They're almost here. They're almost ready to perform for you guys. But no, I wanted to go back to your point about like Loxodon run up down strong.
Yeah.
One of the things that I enjoy about this game, like that depth, right? Look, it's no secret for any player, especially like mid-level or maybe lower level players like who are working on their game, like myself, that it's just like the knowledge checks are so rough. And there is already, and we don't even have all of our characters from Rivals 1 back yet, or for Dungeons. There's already a pretty deep roster where it's very unlikely that your local, even if you're in, if you're in Tri-State, which is probably the most populous area, like region for Rivals 2 at the moment, you're just not going to have everybody. No. Here in Washington, like we don't really have a dedicated, busy, like comes to every local, like Forsburn.
Sure.
Crag has been absent after FN switched to Lorena. So, and these things happen as well when new characters come out, like Pigmon switched from Edalis to Lorena as well. Frankly, we have a surplus of Lorena, and we lost multiple characters because of that.
Really?
It's really funny, actually. I talk about this in the Washington Discord all the time, but our YouTube channel, CTAC Rivals, if you just look at all of our views, they're just people watching Lorena. Like, as long as we have Lorena at the local, we get like 4 to 6 times the views. People are just watching Washington's region for the 12 Lorenas we have.
I think a lot of Lorena animation too, there is spectacle behind it. A lot of those giant big moves. I know I saw a tweet about how Dan had designed Lorena's kit with Evo in mind, stuff like that, with these big, bombastic, off the top, can carry all them down, ending Evo the way Evo was ended, I think.
Yeah.
Also, definitely drew a lot of attention to the character and the scene as a whole.
Yes. Well, we knew that was gonna happen. Like, Lorena just is that character that, especially, you know, there was such a narrative where she came out and everyone's like bottom one, and people like Corn Cycle were like, bruh, y'all ain't even do the
No
science
way.
yet. You haven't even put the lab coat on. The beakers are cold. Like, get out there and find some data. And now suddenly, I mean, to be fair, like 3 or 4 fairly massive buffs later, the character is destroying people and getting everybody big mad on social media. But I think we might actually have some people coming to play the game, Derek.
Yes, it looks like we finally have our match in, and I wanted to add that oh, you know what, I just forgot what I was gonna say.
Happens.
Yeah, you know, that completely happens. I saw the people queue up to the game and I drew my attention to it. We're talking about Lorena's moves. It'll come back to me.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm sure we'll have a Lorena. Well, maybe. Actually, I don't know.
It is, if we're talking about as common of the character is.
Yeah, but since our Washingtonians aren't here, I don't know. But instead, we have Loxodon versus Krags, Sir Quags versus Juan Solo.
2 players unfamiliar to me as well, but Loxodon of Justice, that's pretty impressive feat.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I believe Juan, I want to say SoCal or NorCal. I don't remember. Sorry, Juan. Sir Quags, a BC player, also has a Rano. So
I'm speaking immediately gets reversal with the Oku Yasu, the hand Krag skin. Here's a down throw into the up smash. Does take that first stock and only 52%. Oh, but here's a string coming from Loxodon. It's a jab reset, up throw, back air, missing. Oh, but gets a jab off of the pillar, the boulder.
Yeah, it's one of the things that people, it's not always clear. I say people, I mean, you know, I'm sure plenty of folks realize this at this point, but certainly early on, it didn't really feel like it would necessarily like, oh, hey, I should kill one character in one direction versus another. But in this game, it's quite important. And because Lox is actually quite floaty, you're better off killing him sometimes off the top, depending on your character. And of course, Crack has an incredible cannon of an up strong, but of course, Lox with an incredible cannon of a back air.
And an up throw. Speaking of verticality, here's another one for your troubles. Up throw, back air. Oh, gets a jab, but good crouch cancel, and gets a down tilt out to interrupt the pressure. Oh, here comes Loxodon though. Those big beefy moves from center is going to poke you, even if you're trying to hold distance from far away. On forwarder to throw off stage though. Weird little reversal, but there's down B. Get back on the stage safely.
You're getting reversals if you're playing Lox. Like you're just putting that big fat hitbox in, and if your opponent just misapproximates by a little bit, you're gonna take as much as you can. Bit of meatball artillery there.
Well, there it is again.
Making it to the ledge fast enough. Quags risking it for the biscuit on these towers. I don't know. I feel like Outcast is shaking his head in disapproval.
Yeah, 2 stocks there were taken from using Boulder to break the pillar there with Craig being stuck on it. As we mentioned before, but it is something that Craig players definitely want to be cognizant of. If you are stuck on there for too long, it does put you into free fall, and you will get punished either to dying off the ledge for free fall, and we see a Zetaburn switch there, or to Loxodon smash. Let's see if the Zetaburn is able to make a difference going into this game too.
Homie's got so many characters. Just hits the CSS, spins the roulette wheel. Says, who am I feeling today? I won't know until I win the game. But Juan Solo, of course, the solo Lox. So Loxodon, homie is locked in on this particular matchup, having a great time. Getting beat up a little bit in the corner, but frankly, percents even. That means you're probably losing to Loxodon if you're even.
Yes. Especially to throwing up the level. It's good up air though to break up that pressure. Here comes an up tilt side B, but doesn't get the up air off of it. And good back air. Throws Zetaburn off the stage. It doesn't tech the boulder and maybe does not have a jump. And is going to die for it. Back air, but forward air doesn't connect.
That's what you got to do for these Zetaburns, man. Just don't let them back in.
Absolutely. And that's something too that I noticed immediately. Where Sir Quags was getting a lot of damage taken from getting too close to Loxodon, but now maybe it seems to have found the tempo. It's able to create a little more space in their openings.
Yeah, thankfully, I mean, didn't let that one get too far away from them, did Quag. So we have the wherewithal to battle back here. Does not want to let Juan out of the corner, which of course is what all of these veterans want to do. But now the situation has swapped. A nice careful approach from Quags, but we don't get the extension off the tech chase. That could have been a reversal, but instead holds on to this advantage state, pushing as far out to the corner as they can. Doesn't want to play the ledge game, which, I mean, look, I don't want to play that against Lox either. So I don't blame them. Juan trying to find a way in the jabbery set, but we misjudged the tech chase, and now we're looking to put this one away. How many pairs can we get? Not enough to the ledge, to the corner. We're running out of resources. Step on him. No, we hit him again. Doesn't have to.
So Quags learning
their last stock
from their mistake, that last stock. Teching the boulder this time, but unfortunately was not prepared for the up air, and that's something this game definitely has going for it, I think, when it comes to the game of advantage versus disadvantage, where I think in this game it's focused a lot harder on those elements. The characters off stage and those whoa bit of a miss input there. I've been there. Okay. As a Zetter player, I've downbeaten that blast zone too many times. I will continue to do so.
Quag's advantage against the bottom blast zone was super high. I mean, that was plus AF.
Yeah.
Like, blast zone wasn't doing nothing about that.
Blast zone heavily favored in that matchup.
Oh,
what I was
man.
speaking on before, though, was how in this game, tech off the stage is both more important, but you have to be prepared for a lot more. I think this game has a lot more aggressive offense off the stage, and I appreciate that. Because you could be off there and you have to tech 3-4 moves before you finally can safely get back on the ledge, or it's your turn to swing. And I think, again, we talk more and more about how this game is just awareness. That's something you will see top players able to do. You can watch Sofilo tech the ledge like 8 times. And
many times.
And knowing too, like every time. And I think that's, I don't know, a skill definitely worth developing if you want to compete in brackets such as the Hop-On series.
Yeah, and of course, you know, made even a little bit more difficult since this is an online bracket, but of course, region locked, at least for our Mondays. So it is a PNW region tournament. You know, that's, frankly, West Coast is just a little bit less represented in like the R2CS like tournament series. So it's always awesome to have like local players, West Coast servers. You know, you've got a little bit more reliability there. So hopefully our players feeling nice and clean about it. But unfortunate mistake there from Quags is going to send them down to losers as we move through. I believe we are done now with winners round 2. And in winners quarters, we're getting off the things. The Mao Kitty versus the Evo breakout Quattro. Almost took. Well, it did take Plup to game 3 in pools, like winners pools round 1.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is very impressive. I don't think I've heard of that.
It was awesome. I've talked with a lot of like top players about it because it was such a like moment, and like people are like, yeah, I don't know if Quattro was actually gonna win that set. Like if you watch game 3, it was definitely like a lockout, but the Rano was cooking on Plup's Orcane, and that was the Orcane was what he took all the way through most of top 8. So it was cool to see. I'm curious how they're gonna do today.
I think what you are saying is actually ringing familiar to me. I remember hearing some discourse over the weekend about Plup losing either his first offline game in a long time or first game to a Rano specifically. One of the two, but there was some traction about that. That's great to see, though. We have some high-level competition coming in tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited. I've been told that they are a tag switcher, but they typically stay with the Chinese in-game tag, like it is Chinese, not in Chinese. And so that's why people, because to me, I had no idea who this was. And then I found out later, people know who this is if they're online. So, and look, that's Rivals. Sometimes you got to know about the grinders, and the only way you're going to know is if you're a grinder yourself and good enough to climb the ranks. Certainly not me, but 2 players who are excellent, Mao Kitty and Quattro, getting things started on Jules Vale's winners quarterfinals.
Absolutely. A little bit of a lead here for medalists. As we know, Ice, very strong. Something to watch out for, especially these dash attacks too, and we'll see Rano's able to escape some of these sequences, but that Ice is going to be really strong up the level. Has to land on stage. Misses ledge. Goes too deep for the up air, though. My goodness. Oh, grabs ledge.
My God, Mao Kitty couldn't
Wow.
get the grab on the up air. Doesn't need to grab something
Good down
even
B.
more important. Then drops this punish. That is Edless for you 1-on-1. Homie missed like 4 opportunities. Got the stock. It has the lead still.
Yeah, that up B certainly can be helpful getting back to stage and reversing situations like that. Good down air out of that up B though. Dash tech, it doesn't get anything off it. Here's the back throw, but knowing to hold away. Good DI. Here comes the nair, but nair of Rano's to break it up.
I feel like Mao Kitty's been doing a really good job at outspacing Quattro, and Homie hasn't really been pushing well into Mao Kitty's like space. So I mean, obviously back air fairly disjointed. I mean, from both of them, frankly. But yo, there we go. Step on him instead.
Yeah.
So we got the stock evened up still at 80%. Quattro gonna have to fight back to even these things up, and that is not the way to do it. You're getting punched for your troubles. Why are we whiffing the command grab in neutral?
Especially when Edless has ice on the field. That's a very dangerous move to miss. Here comes an up tilt, a lot of damage. Back air, nair. Oh, goes for another greedy up air off the stage. Was able to up B high and get back to stage. Thrown still off the stage. Here comes the down tilts. This time goes for down air and whiffs. And Edless reverses the situation. Rano now at 60%. Gets up there, but is able to land on the stage. Still taking 70% though. With an entire stock down is not the position you want to be in.
Definitely not. I mean, Quattro doing a good job at being ready for these techs and getting out of some of the Mao Kitty shenanigans. But when you're Edalus, the cost of going for those shenanigans is so low, as we see there. The frozen fling sending Quattro way too far to make it to ledge with any type of mix-up other than, let me just hit that toxic lunge and hope I can grab the ledge. And of course, it's Edalus. You're not touching that thing.
No.
Always got it frosted off. Your fingy's going to slip way before you make it there.
Yeah. The ledge is a little too slippery or too cold. Hey, where I am from, it's ice and snow most of the year. I tell you.
Oh, fun. Are you from Boston?
Tough. I'm from the Minnesota area.
Oh,
You were speaking too on scenes lacking characters. My scene specifically, I think, has pretty strong region. We host every now and then a large event. Some other Midwest states come out, but my local scene, it just does not have a Zetterburn.
Oh, really? That's just you, though.
Except for, yeah, I hardly make it out to events, unfortunately. But I get to come and cast online events like this, so it makes up for it.
Nice.
And making up for it, it does when we have matches as close as these. And here it comes, Rano with a big string, a little bit of a reversal from we saw with the last game. Where now dominant lead could take this first stock and be in a very good position to take the set.
Yeah, I mean, this is like a complete reversal of what you would expect. Rano took Edalus to Frozen Harbor. Like, wait, what do you mean? Like, it was working out really well, but Mao Kitty finding some opportunities here. But yeah, this is the thing. Quattro is using the stage now. Like, after struggling to push in to Mao Kitty in game number 1, we are spending all of our resources, and sometimes that means stage position. However, you got punched in the face either way. Mao Kitty evens things up 2 stocks apiece.
Here we come, Edalus with the dash attack off the ledge. It doesn't get much off of it. Oh no, looking for a tech reset. Oh, that's not a spot you want to whip forward smash, especially when Edalus is underneath the platform. Has to go high, but gets up aired again. Rano is able to snap to ledge with side B and retreats all the way to that top platform. But fortunately, Edalus gives up the position.
Yeah.
He gives up the stock while he's at it. What?
Just tossed it into the drink. It's a little greedy. I assume was looking for a connection on back air so that we could maybe refresh our wall jump. But even then, I don't know if the drift was there. Not really sure what happened with Mao Kitty there. But of course, it's Edalus. So very capable of bringing this one back, putting down some ice. There we go. No, we don't have our punish ready. You have to like write an entire dissertation, submit it, and get it approved before you can possibly punish that freaking move. Almost went for a second one, didn't connect this time. What can we get? No, Quattro's gonna escape with their life at 130. The percent will keep climbing in their favor.
Edalus 2 at a percent where, 38. Just cannot hold down as easily on some moves. Could start a decent string, but maybe gets a grab, maybe gets a dash attack. We'll have to find out, but right now, Brown needs to get off of the, down there, I guess, out of the gap between the stage. No wall. Down smash sending really far out. Good catch on the forwarder, 72%. And Edalus is fully poisoned up.
There it is.
Go to catch again. Is that going to be the stock? And not quite.
Yeah, we didn't
just
quite
down B's
get
out of there.
No, hey, you know what? Sometimes you're done playing the game.
Yeah, recognizing that there not being a wall there out of up B. Surprisingly, that stage not working out for Edalus, which normally you'd think that's character very strong on that stage.
I mean, I think like what we were talking about, we were using the space, and as we're seeing, of course, Maokitty going to rock wall doesn't want to allow Rano to be living off stage for quite so long. I mean, that stage, the side blast zones are massive. Stage actual size is probably about similar, so not necessarily a huge downside for Rano. I mean, of course, things like down strong and Fair are gonna kill fairly early here. But we'll see if Maokitty can take advantage. There we go, a little bit of a punch there.
Of the up B hold. Oh, dash attack forward air. Where are you going? Good. Oh, you do not want to up B onto those ice hammers. Do a lot of damage. Something I haven't noticed too either much as that is the use of hammer to gain armor when the stock advantage is there. It's a good back versus the situation.
I know armor is still somewhat of a controversial issue. I mean, there's just much fewer Edelus players nowadays than there were, before Lorena and Galvin. As Quattro takes that first stock there. So I know armor is one of the subjects about which there are conflicting opinions, expectations, and I know some people just sort of don't bother because it's not necessarily always in your favor. That up strong, though, the bubble insurance saving Quattro always, the insurance is almost always on your side unless it's on their side.
No, the bubble was absolutely in the favor of Arana there. Oh, but 157% on Rockwall too. A Sage with pretty small blast zones to the Sage. Not a character who has the weight nor the percent to maybe expect to be living this long. Is able to get a lot of string, a lot of mileage off this first stock. But here comes the forward air. You exploded.
Yeah, which is, I mean, whoop, oh, where are we going? We're going to come back? We're going to make it back? Uh-oh. Rano zone. You get how many back airs? How many fairs? The percent's going to climb. 70%, 78. Yo, you're not, I don't think he's making it back. I think Quattro's got him in the death knell here. Just, oh, wait, there we go. The up air Valkyrie finds an opportunity in. I cannot believe we escaped the rinse repeat zone there.
I think another back air too there was absolutely dead. Rano having such active hitboxes is very lethal off the stage, especially against a recovery that doesn't have a hitbox of its own. Outside of the spike on the bottom, of course. There's the bubble again, gets stuck inside, tries to catch the roll in with the forward air, but a little too slow, and now this game is all but even.
Yeah, it's very impressive, especially considering Maokitty got rinse repeated for like, what, 50, 60, something like that? But
most that song.
It was pretty brutal,
half the percent at least.
Definitely. And this is the thing about Edelus is that as he gets kicked in the face there, when you have like that top level control of him, that you can frozen fling exactly below where Maokitty expected Quattro to challenge him from. Like that was what created that opportunity, right? But good on Quattro here to hold on to this advantage and the stock lead. We got 4 poison stacks on Maokitty. Homie does not want to press too many more buttons. Not that it's really stopping him right now. Tech chase to the platform. Don't even get a chance to tech. Actually, just regular plat chase. Homie is looking for something. Quattro pushing all the way into the corner. How many back airs can we do? This Maokitty is not afraid, but maybe he should be. Bubble up for insurance. There we go. The fair doesn't connect. Instead, playing a little bit more, I want to say neutral, but it's this matchup, so I don't think it's going to happen. Quattro gets a second one on the board.
Was that up air 1 and up smash? Off of that entire string. That was a lot of damage, all of off of one. Maybe one misinput there, a little bit of against a character like Rano, when you are as big as Edelus, you'll be taking a lot of damage, and that was a very impressive strength in Quattro, carrying all the way around the stage. And I like to see, as an Ultimate Joker player, I like drag downs for the very little we have in this game, or very one hit kind of stuff in this air. So stuff like that to me, I think is very cool, and that was a excellent way to end the stock. Looks like we are going off to the Merchant Port for game number 3. Game number 4, actually. It's been going quick set.
Yeah, this time Maokitty opting for something a little bit closer to Harbor, but with platforms that I would say probably better are gonna not necessarily benefit Edelus more, but they're not gonna hurt him as much as that center platform was in this particular matchup. That down air, a bit greedy from Quattro fair, just a little bit off the mark. Maokitty just doesn't want to trade with Needle Storm, which I totally understand. Instead, just opting to sort of let Quattro hang themselves. Doesn't happen, though. Still at a pretty good percent lead. Quattro's going to have to find a way back in, as they have in the last 2 games.
All right, what's a 60% lead now for Maokitty? Oh, up smash it, not going to connect. That move had any more... Oh, the bubble. Again, that bubble we've noticed for Quattro has been being used really well all set. Able to save many stocks. And now there's the back air, though. Get off me.
Verano's recovery isn't necessarily very good, but if he never leaves the dang stage, then it's pretty excellent.
Yeah. Especially too with, again, we were speaking on those aerials. That's how much they linger, so they're great for reversals in those situations as well. Oh, here comes a lot of damage.
Absolutely. Malkity landing with a big old hitbox, trying to get something started. Of course, Quattro with that frozen shield, so you got to be a little bit careful, but it does go away when the Edalus dies, which is just what happened to Malkity. What can we get? Tries to look for some kind of, for a greedy DI in, like, super combo there, but Quattro was ready for it, gets out of it with minimal fade back and minimal damage. Instead, finding a way in here, using the bubble for a bit of distraction, hitbox, like, extensions there. I mean, we got all kinds of stuff happening right now. We are using every part of the Rano and every part of the Edalus, certainly the big icy fist, everyone's favorite. Down up strong, not going to connect, not going to work correctly, because if Edalus's moves all worked, he would be
up
top
smashes have not been working out most of the set, I've been noticing, but it doesn't even matter. There was that F tilt to finally take the stock, and pretty high percent for Rano, smaller. The last one's there as well. Here's an up throw, falls off the platform, no tech, but no follow-up is yet granted. But here's the forward smash for catching a greedy back air off the recovery. Up tilt, interrupted. Oh, this could be a lot of damage, but the situation is reset. Good tech chase with F smash. Oh, Quattro looks to go very high, and unfortunately it barely whiffs that forward air. But the string is still going. Down tilt and up smash, not going to kill. Good DI from Malkity.
Yeah, it's really tough. I like that Quattro is going out and trying to interrupt Malkity on the way up, but because Rano's aerial, like, horizontal speed is so awful, he really has to hard commit to a lot of things, and you're risking a lot there. Like, Malkity just, you know, being Edalus, has a lot of opportunities for reversals, especially if Quattro overshoots. That back air at the peak of the frozen fling could mean you're freaking dead. I mean, right now, looking like he might be dead anyway. He got something almost off that grab, but Quattro gets out of it and kicked to the face! Yeah, sometimes Nair is all you need to get a DI mix on deck, but Malkity, undeterred, fighting through the rain on this one. That fair, not the best DI, but certainly enough to survive the bubble. We actually make it there, so we have an opportunity here to live again. Can the up air close things out against Rano? Yes, it definitely can. And Malkity evens the score. We got 2-2. We got a game 5 set on our hands here, Derek.
Game 5. That was really good at coverage there to use the side B, forcing Rano to not be able to grab the ledge. Put in a position where you have to grab ledge there, go for it, and then Edalus able to grab the ledge. Rano has to go low, and absolutely game 5, you love to see it.
Yeah, and especially like this time around, the counter pick working out correctly, right? We've had a couple of like counter pick breaks back to back here, so really the stages have been kind of interesting in terms of how they've played out. Definitely in game 4 there, Malkity being able to use that sort of no platform zone in the middle of port much better to his advantage than in game 3, where it was really the Rano show. And of course, both stages do just sort of have that no platform zone in the middle. But speaking of, a much babyier, shorter version of that here with excellent blast zones, really for both characters to get that survivability on. So I would say about as even as you're going to get between these two characters right now for our final game 5 here in winners quarters.
We've been speaking heavily this set over the strings that these two players are able to get. When the smaller stage like this, there's less space to evade the other. I could see these combos hitting much sooner. And a lot more neutral interactions going in the favor of people swinging. And right now, we're already seeing 88% on Quattro.
Yeah, I think Malkity's been doing a really good job at not getting greedy and not overextending and letting Quattro have those reversals. He's really just been going for these 1s and 2s and then either going for the read or the react or the up strong. Finally, it works. Malkity puts another one on the chalkboard. Hey, did you see up strong worked? It worked, I swear.
Checkmark once every 20 attempts. And works when you need it to most, right? Game 10. And this is winners, correct?
Oh, yeah. We want to stay up
This
here,
is for winners top 8. You absolutely want your moves to work in a match like this with the stakes on the line. Consider here are some more moves coming out. There's the Nair back air. 50% already on Quattro, swinging at a disadvantage. I noticed that last game as well. That's definitely where Edalus, with an armored forward air, you do not want to be swinging in disadvantage.
Truly, and as we were talking about before, Malkity won't let Quattro touch the stage. Normally, Ranos love to just sit on the platform and do whatever they want, but that typically requires them to have a stock lead, which they don't have. The percents are just about even here. Malkity has been doing an excellent job at playing this game state correctly. You know, the frozen fleet's gonna come through. you don't make it to ledge fast enough. I think Malkity was worried about maybe getting clipped by a Toxic Lunge there, and that wall bounce hit stun might have meant that they were dead. So probably a smart play, although it was a little conservative. So we'll see if Malkity can get this to a 2-stock lead, or if Quattro will even it. No, he won't. The big clown makeup goes up, and here's the armor just to say, yo, you're just not going to beat me today.
Finally, too, at 153%, Edalus now being the heaviest character in the game. A back air, gets beaten out by the armor. That absolutely would have killed. Good wall jump, but here is the delayed back air. Not sweet spot, so still not going to kill. Edalus having to go high. Now goes low. Good nair. No tech on that. Edalus caught in the ringer right now. Air dodges through. Here comes another charged up B. Nair finally taking that stock at 189%, holding only 24% on Quattro, but still has a lot of work to do to make up an entire 2-stock deficit.
True. Look, if we can get a bit of a snipe here, then that might definitely get us a good way towards making this comeback.
Right.
Of course, the more you frozen fling, the less fling you're flung per up special for Edalus. So getting him to rinse repeat is really, really strong, effective edge guarding from Quattro. The percent, I mean, Edalus so good at just taking percent trades and making those work in his favor. Right now, we're definitely in an okay spot. There we go. Actually punishes the parry going to ledge there. There's a bit of a strong advantage state here in the corner from Quattro. I mean, we have seen this time and time again. The ledge guarding working out so well, but it's time for the Edalus blender off stage. Are we going to make it back, or is Malkity going to throw this stock away?
Goes really deep there for that forward air, and they was able to get the nair now. That entire stock on Edalus, only taking 84% without getting touched. Really good at first advantage sequence there for Quattro's stock here, knowing it's the last stock and wanting to get a lot out of it, and to see if they're able to replicate it here. 109%, but there is the grab. Up throw, forward smash, good DI check. 33% on Edalus. Another grab. Could be a lot of damage. There's the up tilt. Ooh, good jab, rapid jab. Now you're poisoned up. You cannot be mashing.
Absolutely, but there's the up strong into the insurance bubble. We're gonna need another opportunity here. Could we go? We're gonna go for another one. Wow, yo, that stuff is super unreliable. Malkity not afraid. But here's the ice. Can we get we don't get the tech chase off of it. Unfortunate. The whiff grab not punished. A whiff grab done in turn. This is not where you want to be. Quattro has had your number here for the entire last 3 minutes of this almost 4 or 7 minute or 5 minute game. I can't do math right now. The F strong's gonna connect. But Edalus, a big body. We have a few more of those in the tank at least. So we also have our double jump. This bubble has been so consternating for Malkity. He just can't put the frog away without that bubble keeping him alive. There it is. The down from the up strong. Yo, Quattro brings it back in a legendary way. I mean, I was saying that Malkity wouldn't let Quattro touch the stage, and Quattro said, yo, dog, that's a great idea. Let me show you what it's like when you can't even touch the ground.
No. Edalus being put in those juggle situations off stage. Yeah, that was really good positioning from Quattro, knowing that, hey, when I have you off stage, this is where you can be doing a lot of the damage. The rinse and repeat edge guards, and that's obviously, as we saw, worked out for them in that entire last stock, which was a reverse 3 stock, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. I mean, he had him at a high
very impressive stuff
going into that last stock, but like, wow, yeah, the lock in on that, not to give up. First of all, not to give up. Like, let's just talk about that. Just the mental, especially when you're playing against Edalus, a character that kills people at 40 for making a DI mistake off stage. Definitely rough. Now, thankfully, Rano floaty enough to avoid a lot of those shenanigans. There's Yomi layers there, but it's harder to scam Rano than like a Zetter Burn, or even like heavies like a Crag or Galvin. So good job there. Like we played, I don't even want to say a safe game. We just played the right game. Like once we took our advantage, I mean, Quattro was just like, bro, you're just not leaving.
We were speaking on the patience and being able to, the confidence to continue to go for the moves that you know will kill into kill setups. That at the very end there, and the composure too for Quattro to still find the down tilt, knowing that they were at 180 and that entire floor was iced. I don't know how you even get in on that. That's an incredibly positioned to want to even engage with. So good on them for being able to close out that stock.
Yeah, Mao Kitty definitely. I mean, and he had to play. You know, he still had to play Edalus. You know what I mean? You still have to. You're still a big body. You're still kind of slow on your buttons. I mean, obviously the dash attack is so fast, and there's so many good mix-ups that he has. But it's still a case of like if you just get caught by one of Rano's faster, decently disjointed buttons, you could be toast. And yo, my guy got sent through the toaster. Homie came up golden brown.
All toasters toast. And so does Rano, as we are finding out tonight. Good set to Quattro, making it into top 8 winner side. And coming up now, we have Outcast and Ceramic. Craig versus Loxodont.
Bro, it is heavy nights. I am having a great time. Yo, these big bodies, we got squares on the screen all day. All day on the hurt boxes. They're huge.
That this series is known to attract a lot of fleets. But I don't know. Tonight, it's been the heavy show. A lot of big swinging characters.
There's a lot. There's the whole like watching the fleet situation. That's a long story, my friend. We can get into it one day. But certainly BC has their own fleet of fleets, and neither of these two players like fighting them. So they're probably much happier to be fighting each other. Of course, both BC players, so they have played plenty.
Whoa,
yo, the mix up on the explosion.
I've never seen that into regrab.
Oh man, I loved it. Maybe it a little bit too hard, no kill off of it, but it was still cool to watch.
Yo, that was really fun. Oh, gets the good grab there. Catches the DI up air, not going to kill though. Both very even percents in the 120s. Oh, here's Nair off ledge. It's a very active move and combos into forwarder. Locks out though, being very heavy. He's not going to live. Oh, not going to die, I should say. And is able to make it all the way back. Good job using Tusk there too to break that pillar. I have not seen that before.
That was the unpowered down special. The fart, as they like to call it. Yeah, there's been so much evolution of the Loxodont. How do I beat the crag wall? And if you're playing into Outcast, you better have an idea of what you're gonna do, because homie is gonna be putting up walls. Like my guy is a mason. Like he is just crafting buildings whenever he can. But Ceramic, also a creator. I mean, you know, we spin in clay, right? building stocks. We're trying to get a lead out here.
Trying to get a lead, but it's going to be a little tough. Stuck in this position back here, forward air, 122% on Loxodont. There's the wall. We're talking about how to get around that. Was forced to use though down B, the charge of it to exhaust the uncharged version to break that. So good risk mitigation, knowing, hey, I'm gonna have to burn my moves here, but unfortunately it doesn't work out in their favor. Ultimately, it still does not grab ledge, and a 25% only on Outcast on their second stock. Now just running away with the rock.
This is his favorite situation to be in. Is he's gonna hit the B button. My guy is not pressing the A button unless it's a get off me situation. And of course, you know, finally find some advantage. But now, you're coming back to ledge. Take a rock. Take some spires. Take a little bit of this. Take a little bit of that. Like it's the Outcast show from here, homie. Across the stage, back to the rock. He's like, I need my emotional support rock and my F strong. Ceramic needs a way out of this hell.
Oh, yeah. The forward smash there being extended by the rock. So what the catch? That would have just caught its normal holding in options, or I wonder would that catch any more DI options? You know, hitting the forward smash on the rock.
I mean,
or that just extend the hitbox long enough to maybe miss time a punish option.
What I know is if you see that situation happen, you put the controller down. You just put it down.
Unplug.
You're just like, here he goes, Outcast with his. I mean, this is like one of the things that he does the most that I really don't see a lot of Crags doing, is just putting the rock somewhere and using it in ways other than just throwing it. Like, he really does love to do all that. And of course, is a Rivals 1 old head, so has had plenty of experience playing with that cube. And of course, no slouch to doing it here in Rivals 2.
I'm noticing too they're doing a lot is using uppy to send the rock in different ways that normally may not be accessible. Get some interesting angles on the projectile there. Forward smash. Oh, no, being cognizant this time, knowing, hey, the move is going to be active a little bit longer and not running into it, but still able to. Oh my goodness, at 0%.
Yes,
that was
Ceramic had that excellent parry on the mid stage tower pool early, in which, because like I said, they have played so much, so she's probably looking for that not necessarily, I don't want to say all the time, but certainly often enough that we might see that parry happen again. But it just hasn't worked out just yet. However, at big up strong, that'll work out just about every situation that you could possibly want it to.
Stuck holding rock there. You just definitely don't want to be on the receiving end of Loxodon dash attack. In that case, good grab and gets the pummel off it. Oh, good out. The item outcast not getting anything off of the explosion. Oh,
yeah,
tries to poke
Ceramic
post, doesn't get much.
Ceramic getting a little bit like these 1s and 2s, doesn't want to overextend. Like, I think maybe is concerned a little bit about running out of resources into Crag, which can be so rough. Oh, there we be a little bit slow on the down B there, so we didn't break the wall, but of course, stay safe. Up strong, gonna whiff. Outcast, what's he looking for? Something, holding the shield, gets caught, gives up a lot of his turn there, but the good parry from Outcast
what
to
a
stay
parry.
alive and make it to center stage here. Ceramic unwilling to give it up though at the ledge, playing back as hard as she can. That F tilt 2 does come, the F tilt 1 comes in, but no punish. We're looking for something here. The rock is in play. This is exactly where Outcast loves it. The parry comes through. Ceramic looking for something. Outcast doesn't want to give her anything, Derek. Except this rock.
Game is looking too, except the rock. And this game too is looking a lot closer than the first game. I'm excited to see. Forward throw aside, I mean, that's going to kill that percent. Locks on fair hit parry. Oh, here comes the parry. Those could be a lot of damage. Down beat into the forward air. Here's the chase. Up there into an air. 50% still going. Now 66. Forward air. 80% now. Wow. Off of that single parry. Outcast advantage conversions are very insane.
Yeah, hit fair 17 times. Homie is just so inspired.
Oh my god, the taunt?
Character. He's just like, yo, my legs though.
Okay, check this one.
Legs. Absolutely. Are we gonna get a no? It doesn't pull a tall pillar. Often does. I think he saw Ceramic was scouting it out. Those tusks not charged quite enough for the kill here. And of course, it is Loxodon. It is Crag. This isn't necessarily over just yet. We are going out there. I love that explosion, but a little bit too slow to get the special fall on the Crag, and that grab's gonna come through. Here is the lockdown.
I see
you got
what that
no
does.
other options. Yeah.
They get stuck on the rock. It's like C block.
Yeah.
Oh.
There is.
I don't like that.
Oh, it's criminal. But there is like one permutation of defensive counterplay there, where if you make it to the rock and hold tech, so you jump, it beats everything except for I think up strong, like immediate up strong.
Sure. Yeah.
And
that'd be a call out
basically
and a half.
Exactly. Like until you represent that, Outcast simply isn't going to press the button, because frankly, it's really hard to do.
Yeah, right. You have to, forward smash there is going to be covering it more options. Let's see though if she's able to. Last game too was a lot closer up until, as we see, when Outcast gets a dominant stock lead. That's when it gets really, really messy. And it's looking to wrap it up and replicate what we were seeing that first game.
Yeah.
Down throw again into the forward smash. Ooh, catching the GI. Wow.
There he is. He's off to a very dominant start here. Ceramic's going to need to find something. It's been cool to see Ceramic back on the actual the Loxodon. She was off it for a really long time. Like it was just doing mainlining Galvin for a long time. But right now the Loxodon having probably just as hard of a time as we are inside the pillar there.
Oh, good check though.
Incredible.
Holding in. Would you, do you happen to know what inspired the switch or the switch back?
Yeah, I mean, we had talked. I think it was just a case of like she played a lot of Galvin, had a lot of fun, and sort of hit a wall in terms of like matchup things. And who could blame her? Like Crag Galvin, not a fun situation. I mean, Crag has always famously been a bit of a heavy killer as a heavy.
Oh, yeah. So
it really does make sense. And her Loxodon is excellent. I mean, that's who she was playing before Galvin even existed. So, the Rock got grabbed by the stage. You'll love to see a bit of a reprieve for Ceramic. What can we get off this combo here? Unfortunately, nothing. And instead, Crag just pillars his way through your combo.
Brock, they're stuck on the platform. Let's see if Outcast wants to get much off it. Oh, there's the Nair breaking Brock. But with it, Outcast able to sneak away, get the Nair into up air, catching the jump. I don't know if that would have been true otherwise, but still only 49% taken. Oh, good parry catch. Gets another grab, but it's able to break out. Ceramic needs to get something started really quickly here if he wants to. And she's doing it right now. Here we go, up air.
There it is.
Oh,
The
good parry
backboard
there.
gives
Good
him the backboard taketh away. We had picked an option. I think was expecting an approach from Outcast there. So don't have time to parry the Rock Spires. And now we're in the Outcast blender yet again. Where there's the Rock going, the up strong. It was looking to
jump.
catch Outcast dashing in, but Homie is holding stalwart right now. Not interested in getting caught
The
by
tusks?
shenanigans. Yo, the Tusks aren't going to kill just yet. 125, I mean, of course, Krag's so heavy, and his hits on gravity also really high. Killing off the top is very difficult. Locks on a little bit easier. Doesn't happen this time. Ceramic in a tough spot here at 127. Back throw not going to kill just yet. The Rock, here come the shenanigans. Gets caught on the way down by the bounce, and the up strong.
Run up,
he
up
read
smash.
the option.
Ooh,
yeah.
Very well placed up strong there.
He was
Would that just catch
absolutely
neutral get up,
ready.
or maybe predicted some kind of swing off that? Maybe that just caught waveland. Ledge dash,
Yeah,
I should say.
I think it was ledge dash, maybe up strong. I thought I saw the frames of that, but yeah, either way, expected the ledge dash, or maybe even like the fake, tournament winner dash. Either way, that was expecting invulnerability to be over, and it worked out. So
Nice.
Outcast was ready for it, man.
Looks like we have three-legged dog versus fake not real. Another top 8 winner side qualifiers, which will round out our top 8 winners quals.
Oh
Do you know?
Get some water.
No, sorry, no worries. Gotta stay hydrated out there, especially right now. It's hot out there. I don't know about you, but around
Oh
the
yeah,
States,
it's brutal.
it's tough. Yeah.
Washington, of course, is much cooler than other hot states. I know people like you say it's hot, and other people go it's much hotter where I live, and I'm like, bro,
Sure.
we all hot. But
Right.
it's a little rough today. I've lucked out in terms of like where my apartment is, and like I have blackouts. So like once the sun, like I've got a balcony over my window, like from the person above us, thankfully, and I just put the blackout so that the heat, the sun doesn't cook the room. So I'm doing okay, but I did see I've seen from people all over the place that it's rough right now.
Yeah. No, make sure stay safe out there, everyone. Stay hydrated, and we will be staying entertained because we about to get right into this winners qualifiers set.
Yeah, I don't know. It has been an awesome just series of big folks fighting, and we're just gonna have more.
Yeah, what do we have coming up
Big
here?
hop on today.
Big hop on. I like it. The biggest one yet.
The
like a
largest one yet.
Well, hop
Yeah,
off. You're too big.
LVL, bro. I hope you like the matchup that you just saw, because we got more of it coming.
Got a rematch, a run back of the matchup. Here's to see
Yeah.
the character is going to come out on top, though. Last
Definitely
time
gonna
Craig
be-
had the better half.
It's definitely gonna be a different vibe. Nobody plays Crack like Outcast.
Sure,
and
first seed.
there's plenty to dissect there about like what are Crag's strengths, and frankly, he has so many. It makes sense to explore different components of his gameplay. I say explore. It might just be that you're who you are and you like hitting up air, down air, using the rock, whatever it is. So we will see how three-legged dogs. Crag wants to play into this fake not real locks. The lock's very much real, by the way.
Yeah, immediate Tusks up smash to throw Craig on the platform there, and is still taking damage off of the string. 78%. Is finally able to get down and get a string of their own. Oh, here's a special pummel. It doesn't get anything off of it. Locks it on. Good job of just grabbing the ledge. Swinging with the back airs, trying to punish Craig for an aggressive landing option. Oh, there's another cargo throw. Oh, here's another one. Oh, down it. Oh, what is the string?
No.
None of this looks true.
No. That's the Crag. It may not be true, but your mental stack is just so massive. Like,
Good pair.
yo,
Whoa.
you have one card in your hand, and homie's got 12, and you're just like, I simply don't know what's gonna happen, and he just plays this 12 of the same card.
Hey, whatever. If it works out in strings like that, you might as well. Oh, we saw last time, though, a lot of shenanigans with Boulder hitting pillar there, but Choi up here looking to not want to engage with that. Just get out of there. You don't want to be stuck pulling rock on that platform, recognizing, hey, you will die if that boulder hits you still out there.
Yeah, three-legged dog mixing us on comms. We don't have access to his actual player name. His in-game name is Chewy.
Okay. Yeah,
But
we don't
yeah,
have overlays.
three-legged dog is our Crag, yeah.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
he's getting sent to the blast zone. Things just about even up here. Low percents in both cases, though, so we just playing more game. Yo, yeah, he's floaty. You don't get that one. You don't
Not
get
at
that,
all.
Crag.
Give him 10 more %. You got it. Oh, here's the up throw.
my gosh.
Good. Nair one to re-grab. Up throw, back air. And the up throw string is still going. Craig, not Craig. Lots of players love that up throw. It's very.
Dude, this is
so good.
This is the most low percent Rivals of Aether 2 I think I've
Yeah.
seen in a while. It's
Lot of
just
good
like
strings.
it's like Shane
Oh.
like re-grabs and throws and then complete cheese shenanigans from the one character and the other. I just like, all right, finally a bit of advantage state here. Off the ledge, fake not real, putting out some big old hitboxes. Not gonna kill just yet, but off the ledge. That is
Stuck on
reversal time. We
flat.
don't swing
Oh
on the
my
upstrong.
goodness.
Has it in the
Just
chamber, but
holds.
I mean, look, I love it. Yo, what a mix up. The fall in your face mix
Unpunished?
up? You've never seen it. You've never
here
seen
it
it fail
comes.
before.
Jab, reset, down smash. Not gonna kill. that mix went unpunished. Oh, but that back air. Good awareness to get back to the
Bruh.
stage, knowing that connected and threw you on the other side of the screen. Oh, double catch. The boulder. Oh, takes your stock and it breaks the boulder with that one swing. Very disrespectful. Back air, just run up forward smash. Might as well. Just do it. Only taking 5% now.
Heavy Rivals. I love
Let's
it.
go.
Decorum out the window. Honor in the bin. Let's just press the big buttons, throw each other in, and do silly shenanigans and die at 180 like we're supposed to.
Oh, here we go. We love these big buttons, but we love these big
Right, you
meaty
gotta
hands
tech
even more.
these.
Give me those grabs. Oh, side B. Maybe looking for another cargo throw? Too predictable, though. There's the spot dodging the grab.
Yeah, I love it. I love putting Crag in the defense roll stasis as Loxodont is able to do with those very large disjointed normals. Well, we go for the fair, not looking for upstrong
Good
off
up
the
air.
ledge instead. So, but, I mean, good percent and good stage position, so you can't fault it. There we go. The meatball looking for something, but the tech keeps three-legged dog alive, down strong. Also gonna connect, but not gonna kill just yet. The rock, yo. I mean, Fake Not Real's DI has been so real,
Yeah.
so excellent.
Real DI.
No,
Oh,
fake.
oh.
Never mind. It's fake. It's fake.
The DI was very strong. The recovery was a subpar. A little lacking in that up B. But shaking it right off. That was a really close game. I think they are
Truly.
absolutely able to bring it back. I can see this going to game 5 100%.
Oh,
And it's
totally.
been a really,
I
that was a
mean,
really fun game. Saw a lot
nobody
of
has-
wacky hitboxes and DI
Yes.
mix confirms. I saw one interaction there where, what was it, Loxodon delayed the back air to get bad DI and throw him on stage. But even like little stuff like that, mixes you don't super often see. Oh my goodness,
yeah.
what are we doing down there?
Fake Not Real just saw it in the water, was like, you're going to have to pillar, and I'm going to punish it as best I can. Of course, Three-Legged Dog was ready for it as well and got like a young 24-ish% out of that. That was pretty good when you're being edge guarded actively, but Fake Not Real,
Right.
undeterred, going to the, oh yeah, wanted to go down there, but realized that they had run out of time for a pure punish. Didn't want to give Three-Legged Dog the actual opportunity there for an advantage
Nice.
state. And off of this, we have no resources. Defense roll gets called out, and Fake Not
Push.
Real edge guarding with aplomb there.
Yeah, pushes them away there. That's often a move that you see, especially on the ground, is armored. Moves straight with it, but yeah, knowing to space that well and push Craig away. Cannot jump out of it. Whoa, what is that up
Yo,
tilt? Hold him into another one.
Fix up
Gets the
tilt,
forward air.
bro. Trevor, put that crap away. What do you mean? Why is it also a down tilt that reaches? Oh, come on.
No, it pulls into
Shenanigans.
another one. Oh, good delay throwing the boulder. Waiting for the shield drop. Almost gets a third one off. Now stuck on this platform. Good job dropping down forward air. Only taking 36%.
Yeah,
Oh, here he
game
comes.
number one.
That's how the party gets started. More
back,
of these
have
cargo
you
throws.
seen the back of Crag? Homie will show it to you for free.
Oh, here comes. Oh, the good shield. Double back air.
Yo, I love that.
Get off of me. Only 2% separating these two. Good
That
up
was
air.
excellent. The sweet spot
Very well
up air to
placed.
pull up a little bit of something more. What can we get? Uh-oh, it's getting a bit
tech.
fraught here. Ooh.
Good jab. Ooh, good dash tech. Catch it. Good. And that was also very smart to hold away there. If you held, then you probably got stuck in that platform.
Oh yeah, that was a bit of a like a tag fighter setup there. We put the try to make it unblockable. It didn't quite work out just yet, but yo, the percent change.
Whoa,
What
whoa!
do you mean?
Why did it send that
Turn
way?
around, stop! What? And
What?
We DI'd it in, which was out,
Oh,
which means we didn't touch
what?
the. I
What
mean,
is
wow.
going on down there?
Bruh. These two players do not respect each other at all in the best way. Like, they are just doing their thing, and they're like, I'm Loxin out, you're Crag, here we go.
Taking turns at running off and dying in absolutely goofy ways. Oh, here it comes.
I love it. Uh-oh.
Oh, Pillar gets sniped with that up B. Here comes the grab. Is that forward throw forward or down throw forward air?
Oh,
good job sniping the ledge. And now Craig's still stuck down there. Playing a little too greedy.
Bro, this is Dan Farnace's rivals so good right now. I love it.
He wants to see,
we dropped
here's
from the
card
top
right
ropes with the command grab. We're looking for something. Give a bit of stage position, but give it up. Unfortunate. Yo, dunk this meatball. I don't want any of that stuff. Spaghetti only. Holding the up strong. You're about to get molten slapped into the air. Of course, like I said, Crag does live off the top a little bit longer than his elephantine counterpart here.
Yeah. No, definitely dying a little later, but that was still a really good parry into that up smash. And now, what, 50% separating these two?
Ooh, what can we get? Yeah, the back air.
Back air.
Oh, yes,
nice.
Dude. I love it. Ledge grab, swing the axe back, chop them in half, bro. These rocks can get polished by anything sharp enough. And Fake Not Real trying to show you this blade is nasty.
That 1-to-1 now. Really smart positioning of the meatball, knowing that he has to cover ledge there. And then, yeah, go with that giant back air. Going to Jules Vale here on game number 3. These have been very fast games as well. Just a lot of hamster deaths off the stage.
Bro, these are some big old hamsters, dog. We're talking about like
absolutely.
We're talking about like Wolverine deaths. It's like badger deaths. Oh gosh. Bro, they are using so many like.
Whoa.
What do you mean?
What?
And they missed with the wrong way, bro. Oh, that was so clean. Like both of these players have been doing such a great job getting most of a clip.
Yeah, no, these have been the like wackiest interactions I've seen all night. Seen in a while.
He fired the artillery back. He said, "Bro, parry."
Oh, don't hold in.
Fake Not Real, unconcerned, cleans up with the back air. Says, "Bro, remember how this went last time? I got those."
Oh. Knowing that maybe holding the down throw there would not have killed. 91% is able to live. Let's see if they're able to get a lot of mileage at the stock. Parries the meatball. He doesn't get much out of the interaction. Oh, good. Again, he's been hitting a lot of Nair 1 re-grabs. I don't know if this is just catching the eye or just a Crag thing, but he's able to. It's good awareness to follow up on these strings.
It's just much easier to actually land them consistently against a big body because he's so huge that you can kind of just like, and obviously Loxodon's grab is so huge that it's more reliable to go for rather than like if you're trying to do that against Absa, you'd have to hard pick which side that you think that she's going to land on. You just have to do that against Crag.
Sure. Yeah, he's a ginormous character. He's able to take a lot of damage, but the trade-off, of course, being he gets to hold on for a long time. And right now, though, Lock's not being sent all the way off the right side of the stage. Taking 102%. So one 3-leg dog is able to get some strings going here. Tie the game back up.
Yeah, this time Fake not looking for any meatball pressure off stage. Oh, that's rough. No magma. We missed
no
that
tech either.
As well, but unfortunate there. 3-legged dog unable to hold on to the advantage. Gets it back anyway off this plat tech chase. What do we want? Yo, we hold special. Look, you don't want to get cubed there.
Yeah.
That is for sure.
No.
Not interested in being a 6-sided object. Homie's like, I'm multi-dimensional. I'm a dictator in as many ways as I could possibly be.
Whoa.
Oh, we don't get the turnaround back air. Unfortunate, just the regular one. I'm sure Fake was looking for that Trevor Bear there.
Oh, here comes the Nairs into up air. Finally taking the stock. Yeah, that was a pretty dicey back air. Absolutely would have exploded if got sent the other way, looking for the reverse hit. Thanking his lucky stars. He's able to see if Craig's able to get any more out of this position, but no, he's thrown off the stage. Has a pillar over there and dies to forward air. 18% on Fake Not Real. Wanting to secure this game number 3 and put the set away. You definitely want the momentum going into game 4 in this kind of set.
Oh, absolutely. I can't believe that they're still keeping it so even. And the 3-legged dog, undeterred by all these throw breaks, undeterred by the meatballs as well. This is just a hailstorm of molten bad times. Yo, just pirouetting behind the rock spires. You love to see these two are in the most vulgar dance I've ever seen. I don't know who's got the best moves right now. These meatballs, again, we're getting so much mileage. Is Fake Not Real? But unfortunately, gets kicked in the head by 2 legs from 3-legged dog. The rock, that snipe, that could be rough. We have to go really low, but the fair doesn't connect. The back air to the fair. Yo, 3-legged was ready.
Yeah.
Homie spilled so much spaghetti, just had pots on the ground. Was like, I know I'm gonna drop some of this, so let me just have pots simmering on my floor burners because I've got it like that, and cleaned up game 3.
Yeah, made a big mess, spilled boiling water all over that offstage situation. That forwarder was a little greedy, but then able to pick it up with the back air forwarder, them being very active. And now taking it to Dojo, and I can already see this platform layout is going to lead to plenty of shenanigans, to put it lightly.
Yeah, frankly, these two players, I would see them at a Waffle House. Like, they're just doing despicable things to each other. And you know what's funny is I genuinely feel like each game has felt different, even though it's still been like basically 0-0 after each stock. Like, no one has had like a really clean lead.
The awareness to know to do that.
That was crazy. It just looked so silly.
Oh,
Yo,
there's another one.
Rocks, unfortunate. He's actually at the correct percent where that's going to, on that DI is actually going to hard combo. It can be hard to do that to Lock sometimes because he's a little floaty, but this time Three-Legged was ready for it. Gets off to an early lead.
Using the rock off of Locks. Oh, well, there's the stock. Yeah, funny interactions there. He can bounce it off himself. Get 2 of them in a row like that. Oh, here we go. To grabs. Is this new tech? Like, how might I have been not been seeing these?
Just the going for the special pummel and getting that cargo throw. Like, absolutely, Three-Legged has been going for them no matter what. Even when Fake Not Real has broken them several times, and we're still getting them. We're still going for them. The back air off the rock spires is ready for the approach. Not ready for that time. Gets hugged, gets cubed. What can we get? Now, again, a little bit greedy. I'm telling you, Three-Legged Dog is like, I'm just going to cube you. I don't care what happens.
You either push B or you die. I'm not changing my plan. Oh, good parry, though. Down throw. Whoa! Okay. Doesn't make it back.
Nice.
But I was about to say does not die. Lived, but didn't make it back. But wow, that was still a really funny option to go for. It worked out too. I mean, I guess a lot of down throw.
If you're Crag, like you've just got to, you have to go for those, every so often in a set, because if they're just not ready for it, especially if you've had time to condition them elsewise, like, bruh, there's just something, just taking a stock that early off of a heavy is so good. And at 105, Fake Not Real on the ropes here, gets sent up again. Three-Legged Dog has pulled out the bag of tricks at this point. We are doing all the silly Crag nanigans that haven't really been, not all of them have been on display here. He is trying to put it away with something silly. There's the throw. The down trunk doesn't connect, though. Fake Not Real misses the grab this time. The ECB slides him out of the way, but that up air is going to punch him into top 8. Oh, Three-Legged Dog moving on.
No, that was a great set. That's probably been the funniest set of the night, I would have to argue.
Oh, and I mean, come on. Oh, it had to be. That
was a really fun set.
Oh, this is what
it's been a really fun time as well with y'all tonight. Oh
yeah, it's been, look, you watch Outcast Ceramic, and then you watch that, and you're like, that was the same matchup. Those were the same characters on the screen, and the vibe was so different.
Did not feel like it at all.
Could not possibly be less related to each other in terms of experiences. I mean, hey, look, I've talked about this with like some top players about how, like, if you can just play a game in a set, if you're winning, losing, whatever the case, like a totally different person, that's a superpower, because you have to, I mean, you're not even changing characters, but they still have to throw out so much data that they've already gotten on you. And like, look, maybe one day Ceramic just plays like Fake Not Real. Fake Not Real plays like Ceramic. I mean, I say that, I guess the Crags both won, so maybe they don't. But either way, look, I'm just saying there's opportunities for growth in both directions. But either way, they put on an excellent show for us. It was awesome.
Yeah, let's see if they're both able to grow some of their game plans themselves going into this top 8. Congratulations to all competitors for making it that far. As for us, that's going to do it for our block tonight, but don't worry, you guys are all in for a treat, as we have Lentini and Bird stepping up to take the reins over for top 8. It's going to be a good one.
It is going to be a very, very fun time. It's been a fun time so far with you, Derek. It was great to do some casting together before we slide off here into a bit of a break before top 8. If there's anything you'd like to tell the world, the billions of people watching, this is your time.
Billions. Alrighty. We need to tell you guys about our sponsor, Match Point. Oh, you were given such a good spiel before.
What did I do?
Let the people know. You're given
about
about
Matcherino?
Matcherino.
Yes, Matcherino. Yeah, that is available for everybody. Nice free situation. Gets money to our players. Just hit !Matcherino in the chat. Sign in there. Claim a free code. It costs you nothing except a little bit of time. And you're already here watching Hop On anyway. Might as well help out our players. Give them a little bit of cash. And if you have some extra on your own and it's not going to GDQ, bring some of it here. Give it to our players for putting on an excellent show for you guys here on this Monday. And very, very hot, sweaty Monday.
Yeah, very hot day. Make sure you all stay safe out there and stay hydrated. I think that's going to wrap it up for us. Probably be cutting to a quick break. So you guys do not go anywhere and enjoy the rest of the show. Have a good night, y'all.
Night.
Welcome, everybody, to Top 8 of Hop On Rivals number 70, post-Evo edition. Some people aren't here tonight, but the real grinders are. I'm Lentini, joined by Bird, and we've got not only some heavy hitters in this Top 8, but just some straight-up heavies. How you feeling about it?
First off, I'm really happy to be back on the commentary for Hop On. It's been a bit. And, I was focused on a bunch of other things still in the community, but now I'm really happy to have this opportunity. But I'm really excited for this top 8 too, because like you said, there's a lot of people that are missing, but a lot of people who we've seen time and time again entering these top 8s. Still here for some repeat appearances. One Outcast, no stranger to these top 8s. Wetzel, maybe a little bit more shy of these top 8 appearances, but definitely still a mainstay for Hop On.
We lost the fleets, so we had to get somebody floaty somewhere in this bracket. So Wetzel leading the charge, but yes, of course, on the other side, you've got to take it over Twitch TV's own The One Outcast, going into our first stock here of game number 1 of top 8, and immediately both players are getting aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, I know you were talking about, the grinder showing up. If we want to talk to somebody who's like all about the grind, Outcast is the grinder. You can catch him streaming all the time. Streaming his rank, streaming his tournament runs, pretty much anything regarding the game, he'll be live on Twitch with that one.
Yeah, I assume he's streaming right now. He usually does stream his Hop On PNW stuff, which is always fun when you even the winners or losers POV. It's a great time to just check over there right after something happens to see what they're saying.
Speaking of something happening, big Ford Strong here from Outcast taking that first stock. But here we go off stage, and this is a really big opportunity here for Wetzel.
Ooh, a little bit scared there. Nobody willing to press a button right away. Wetzel taking advantage, pressuring, has that high slipstream. We'll see if anything comes out of it, but not able to get the combo started.
Yeah, one of the things that really makes or breaks the Crag matchup for any character, really, is just being able to have that flowchart, that edge guard down. And we saw there earlier, getting that trade on the side B is not really something you really want. You want to be able to beat it clean, rinse and repeat, Crag off stage. But Wetzel's still in a good spot here to take this first stock.
You got to take the stock, though. This is some of the challenge that Raster can have at these high percents. If you can't consistently confirm into a slipstream F-strong, you can really get stuck.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we saw Wetzel try to go for the backdoor forward strong there. It's definitely the most common, chump check for lack of a better word, finding the stock with the forward strong. But yeah, like you said, Raster can definitely struggle a little bit and struggle to survive as well. The classic
so
Outcast forward strong on the rock, extending the active frames.
Unfortunate parry spacing there as well from Wetzel, trying to get back into this, not letting Outcast press buttons for free, but does get punished there. Love the empty hop attempt from Outcast, but accidentally crossed up Wetzel, and now it's their turn.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing already, we were seeing Wetzel have a nice, foundational, combo game right here, but it's really all about finding that consistency, and we're seeing, so many first initial hits, but it's all about finding that next step. Being able to convert and put Crag into that really bad situation off stage, or just being able to kill outright. It's really, really important in this matchup. You can't really let, especially Outcast, find something for free. Forward Strong not taking it quite yet.
Very close, but not quite. And now we have that pillar on the corner as well, just to increase the survivability if you can DI into it. Wetzel needs to figure out a way to turn around the Crag. There we go. Now you can kill off the other side.
Yeah, so many ways here for Outcast to take his first game now. Honestly, that little setup there, not even guaranteed by the frames. It's something that Outcast goes for a lot, but in a lot more advantageous situations. But he's just trying to go for it and clean out this game. And Crag, no shortage of ways to kill. Downer is going to find it. Game 1 to the One Outcast.
It was great coverage at the end there as well, forcing that neutral special to get past the pillar, and then just killing you for using your only option. And of course, well spaced to get that down air just right.
Yeah, no, ooh, interesting pick on Rockwell here. Because, I mean, I think famously, Raster can kill really, really early off the sides, especially on the stage. But I know that Outcast loves the stage. He, counterpicks it at least a handful of times, at least against me. But
it's definitely really scary. Playing on your opponent's covered stage is always going to be scary. But you want to know my hot take? I've been trying to spread this propaganda. I don't think in the majority of matchups that Crag is actually that good on this stage. I think this is a good pick for Raster in the matchup.
I can see it. I mean, against a lot of Crags, I pick Rockwell against them. So, I mean, I definitely...
You have the vision. You get it.
Yeah. let's see. And I mean, you know, like we were saying, very contentious kind of stage pick here. Ooh, finds the down B into the up B. There we go.
Great conversion after a kind of tense scramble there. Both of them just throwing out a bunch of jab checks, trying to get the other to blink first. It ends up being Outcast who does, but now has an opportunity to bring it back, and those patented strong conversions coming out in full force.
I think tense is like the perfect word for how this matchup's going to go, especially if you're from like Wetzel's POV, because you're just thinking of like all the different ways that you can just get blown up so early. And we're seeing Outcast with these down throws trying to find something. Oh no, falls out of the down B that could have been really big.
Wetzel converting. This is so scary. Opts to go deep, doesn't get the down air, just slightly off, but now Crag in a terrible spot, but just barely managed to grab that pillar for one more reset of the resources. Coming back, and now it's Wetzel in the hot zone.
I don't know if you've seen, but both players seem pretty uncomfortable off stage against the opposing character. No one really having like a really solid flow chart on what to do here. But I mean, I think that makes for like really entertaining games because you get, ooh, it's forward strong. It makes for really like intense situations like that. I mean, that's kind of the set we love to see, especially in the start of top 8.
I love that coverage with the rock as well, forcing your opponent into a spot dodge or die situation. Wetzel doesn't manage to find it. And now this is the Crag Vortex. Tries to go off of the pillar. Doesn't matter. It's still Crag's turn, but wait, Wetzel turns it around.
Ooh, nice. That should be it. Yeah, definitely just takes the stock there, gets back to the stage. Nice. Evens it up pretty fast, but now it's all Outcast.
Slightly high slipstream there. Again, trying to convert into those offstage combos. That's one of your win conditions, but drops the fair.
Very, very interesting to see because, oh, never mind. Not interesting at all. Forward strong, right on the rock again.
Outcast thinks it's very interesting.
Yeah. I'll do that again. Thank you.
Was that?
I was gonna say
that was all 3 stocks with strongs, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, first stock with down strong, next
And then
to
double F
forward
strong.
strong. Yeah. I mean, Outcast no stranger to like setting up those like early kills, getting like strong attacks to like find the really easy spots for them to kill, have really high coverage. But going back to Rockwall for game 3, honestly, like the stage wasn't too bad. We saw Wetzel get a couple early kills. Like I think this is a perfectly fine stage here.
Agree. Wetzel had good ideas. It was just that Outcast honestly played better. And that's what we see in a situation like that. Getting the read, the adaptation after 2 games to know I can get this command grab on you in neutral, and now Wetzel's paying the price.
Yeah, I mean, Outcast no stranger to racking up damage really early. I think it's one of his main strengths, in my opinion. And Craig, in general, like, is just very, very good at being able to consistently close out these stocks. A lot of really, really strong ways to close it out. Not really has to like be concerned in the same way that Raster does, in terms of finding the confirm and like CDI. You can just throw out that forward air, and it's gonna do the work for you.
Must have been the last active frame to catch that. Now, you were talking about how Wetzel is doing a good job of getting the early kills, and I agree. But I think part of the problem is they're not rock wall blast zone early kills. They're like
That's true.
They're a little bit too honest for the place that we are right now.
Very true. But wait a second. Yeah, you know what? You're right, because you see stuff like that, and that kill confirm's great, and it worked at 130. But on Rockwall, you can be killing much earlier, like much earlier.
The venue demands blood, and only Outcast is giving it right now.
And I mean, he's no stranger to it. I mean, look what we're seeing here. Ooh, this is the tech chase, I honestly believe. But yeah, I mean, just like you were saying, it's really early for Craig to kill. We could be seeing a lot earlier setups from really any raster, but Wetzel here.
Good usage of the slipstream there, and now in a good spot. Watch this tech chase. This is an opportunity if you can route into the corner. Ooh, nice get up.
Outcast historically been really good at like finding the spots to use that special get up, because it's got some drawbacks to it. Nice confirm, calls the DI in on the forward airs, finds the forward strong, very nice. But yeah, like I was saying, Outcast no stranger to finding these kills, but yeah, you gotta have these confirms. Wait a second, speaking of confirms, just racking up the damage so fast.
Holy nares, Batman. I mean, if it works, just kept DAIing into just the right positions. Good follow from one Outcast. Now it's Wetzel's turn. What's your early response?
Kind of had like the oh no, disastrous up strong. What a trade. GameStop trade.
Lost to the header. The World Cups come to you.
That's true.
That's tough. F in the chat for America. We had a good run.
See much in the chat. Friends dead. R.I.P.
You hate to see it.
That's true. Outcast will be moving on to winners finals of this bracket, and going to be playing the winner of what I believe is going to be our next set. Quattro, three-legged dog.
Mm-hmm. So the Crags aren't gone. We could see a Crag Ditto in winners finals.
We very well could, though I know Quattro, quite the nasty Rano. I mean, we've seen everyone's already brought up the whole pluck thing already. I don't got to repeat the whole story, but it'll be quite the match. I'm very sure. I mean, two characters that can really like blow each other up.
Yes. I feel like we could have said that in the last match as well. It's definitely like the nature of Crag. He is very explosive one way or the other. And in the Outcast set, we saw, how good he was at spacing around and DIing around the various kill confirms and stretcher combos that were available. And this could be the same case where if you can find your way around on one side or the other, you can make it look like your opponent doesn't have that explosive offense.
Yeah, though, I mean, we've seen Quattro before. We've seen him everywhere. Evo, you've seen the Twitter clips as well. Definitely someone that has explosive offense, doesn't even begin to describe it. Just the way he's able to find kills and just call out opponents' options is second to none, really.
Shout out the Jet logo as well, my goat.
True, yeah.
I had to talk to him and see how I can get one of those. Like, do I have to beat him in a set or something? Is this like the
true.
Dawn challenge?
Is that not in the creator bundle? I think it is.
Oh, is
but
it?
I could be wrong. Someone in chat let me know.
Maybe it's in the creator. If so, I gotta cop that. I might just be uncultured.
I'm not sure. It has been a bit since I've been able to play the game, as many know, so I'm a little out of the loop. But I think it is. Anyways, game one. Godai Delta. No real surprise here on this stage, I don't think. I know, both sides really enjoy the stage from what I've seen.
The one thing I'm looking at here is the way they interact with the platform, because both characters, like you were saying, enjoy this stage. They have different ways that they can extend off of these platforms. That down strong is one of them. On the other side, Rano's going to be looking for things like his up strong tech chases.
That's true. There's a lot of different ways, especially, speaking as a Rano player, there's a lot of ways that you can extend stuff on Crag that you don't really get on any other character. Like even stuff like up throw, not exactly what I was saying from Quattro, not the same kind of conversion, but like stuff like that. You can get like so much wider combo windows, and then windows for like combos that don't really exist in other characters.
Not able to quite get there for the forward air. Good DI to stay alive in that scenario, but now the next big hit should do it. Not quite.
Really tough situation here from a Crag perspective here, though. You've got to really find a really tricky option to get back on the stage. Otherwise, it's a pretty easy rinse and repeat for Rano. And once you saw Quattro takes it, put it down strong, three-legged dog firing right back.
I like the idea. Now setting up that rock. Rock is gone. Back into the scramble. Goes for the special pummel. You know what? After Evo, special pummel away, my guy.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. We've seen so many people just not press B. You know what? Just go for it. But yeah, I mean, at that kind of percent, like special pummeling is so risky. Big knockdown situation. That's one thing that I think is going to be really important here, especially on like the side of like a Rano perspective. Being able to find those unique combo extensions on Crag is really, really important, and can really swing the matchup in Rano's favor if you can find the right conversions.
Both players playing so safe above and below the platform, throwing out single hits and then immediately shielding. I'm waiting to see when one of them decides to proc their ult on that, cash in the chips, and try to get a big punish for that shield habit.
It's a very good analogy. You've been like on point with the analogies today. I completely agree with the using their ult. Ooh, up strong, not close enough to get the sweet spot though.
There. Oh no! I thought the forward air was coming out for sure there, not able to find it.
go back in neutral. Both these players just like using their pokes really effectively. Wait a second, big reversal here. Quattro has an opportunity. Not quite going to kill with the upper even at 170. Wow.
Forward air reversal puts you in a great spot. I like the back air to reset, but it's not going to kill. Can you close it out? Nice job.
Yeah, really not many resources there. But still 170. I was going to say anything can kill, but that soft forward air is the one thing that probably doesn't.
Anything but that.
Even
Okay, that'll do it,
the
though.
weakest of back airs will take it.
Just the lazy river descent into the blast zone.
Yeah, these last stock situations are going to be so tough, especially here, because like we said, both these characters can really mess each other up. The triple up strong, that is a... You'll only see that from this Rano.
Yeah, that hurts a little bit. 70% now on three-legged dog side of the screen. But look how quickly you can answer back. Burn the jump, took the risk, got away. Now Quattro going back the other way.
Yeah, opting to go for the forward strong, just trying to get that offstage situation. Not quite going to kill with the up strong, but very close.
Some ugly knockback there.
Going for the F strong there, sorry, was an interesting choice. I mean, you get the poison stacks, put them in the bubble. But like, there's a lot of different ways you can really take that kind of route, and I think that's why, like, one of the reasons why I really enjoy this matchup is just because there's so many ways to route your combos and so many like decision trees that you're making like in real time. Because there's so many options that are available to like both players that you can again, like we were saying the whole time, really mess each other up, really like take the most off of any opening. Here we are back on Godai Delta for game 2.
I feel like the difference maker in game 1 was Quattro's off-stage game plan. Both of them honestly did a great job of punishing the other, as we're seeing more of the same, but the ability to consistently close out stocks was just slightly in Quattro's favor.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of goes for all like Craig matchups, but I think that's one of the things that like Rano is really, really good at against Craig. You can so easily set up like an offstage flowchart that's going to really blow up Craig's recovery, and even there, like reversing the edge guard situation back into his favor. Oh my god, the up air 1 has enough time to connect into the up strong.
Excellent conversion. Landing on the pillar off stage, going to put you in a spot that's hard to counter, but now you've extended yourself, you've taken the risk. This might not pay off, and sure enough, Quattro stealing away a fresh stock after the overextension, again burning the jump there, creating so much pressure against three-legged dog.
One of those reversal chances, like I was saying, to really end those stocks early, but not as I was anticipating. Oh, and even the bubble saving Quattro.
Beautiful DI from Quattro, is getting everything right at the moment. Tries to go for the tongue again, not quite.
Yeah, you can't do that. You saw it was like you got the throw break animation there. Once again, yeah.
We are hungry.
Down to it would have been really big reward there. Doesn't find it, but still Quattro and all the offense. Oh no. Ugh. My people need me, DI.
That was unfortunate. That might have just been like one of those moments where you take your hand off the controller, like, if I die, I die. We go next.
Yeah. Ooh, interesting. Now we're switching up to Metal Refinery. I mean, not too different of a stage. Obviously, you know, stage is larger. Blast zone's a little bit bigger on the top, a little bit smaller on the sides, but still not really seeing too much of an extreme on the stage here. I'm wondering what's going through Three-Legged Dog's mind when it comes to the stage picks.
Now, as a Rano player, how do you feel about the mobility that these platforms give you in this matchup?
I'm a big fan of like the moving platforms in general, like you know, like Jules Vale, just because like you have so many new options when it comes to like the platforms moving, and you can like extend the combos in so many ways. I mean, doubly so against Craig, like I was saying earlier, but I just love the creativity that it brings. I wonder, I think if I had to guess, seeing all the stuff that Quattro does, I think that he would love those as well. We're seeing just a very easy edge guard to close out that first stock.
Yeah, that was a little bit unfortunate, and it looks like we're hungry for more. This keeps happening. Three-Legged Dog feels so much pressure to extend off stage, and I don't blame him for it, but it is just not paying out. Quattro keeps having reversal answers.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing every time that Three-Legged Dog tries to go for like a pillar off stage, or even just goes for the side B, Quattro is smelling the blood, like able to capitalize on so many opportunities and get like early stocks, get a lot of damage going, so many ways. And like you're saying, that was really the big difference maker, and it still is.
And calling out the jumps as well off stage. We've seen that several times, putting three-legged dogs in just terrible situations. Bad DI on the dash attack, does fall into the bubble.
Very interesting falling into the bubble. It almost like fell upwards. But,
It was the alley-oop.
Yeah, it's true. But still, like we're saying, it's been the whole tail of the tape. Able to find these quick reversal opportunities, taking so much damage. Quattro's just been on top of it the whole time. It's so alert.
I like the parry attempt there. Playing the 50-50 game. Doesn't work out, but no punish. Quattro in the driver's seat, continuing to mash, undeterred by the parry there. Talk about out for blood.
Yeah, and I mean, that's one thing. Oh my god, never mind. I was going to say, Quattro's survival instinct has been really, really good, using like the pillars, using the bubbles, all the ways to like survive, even with the great DI there as well. But then, you know, even rocks off stage, 4-4 there. What can you do?
Yeah, hold on just a minute. Even with that super early loss of a stock from three-legged dog, we've brought this back to even, and with stage control, with install super, does go just above, but gets to reset, and you might not be coming back, but no, the timing is wrong.
I was going to say Quattro had one more opportunity, but I don't think Three-Legged Dog was aware that there was no more resources on the side of Quattro. Still, it's looking a lot better than it used to.
Speaking of another opportunity, here's your chance right now. Gets the rock out, just like that, it is gone. Quattro fighting out of the corner. Oh,
Trying
they're
to find
messy.
that conversion in a bubble. No, but the back air forwarder does take it. Wow. Hang on, we have a set.
Committed so hard on Quattro's side to that down strong in the scramble. And I get it. You've had so many of those close scrambles where you expect they're just going to keep pressing buttons on you like they have been. But in that moment, Three-Legged Dog was the one who took the deep breath, who disengaged and got rewarded for it.
Yeah, I mean, on the side of Quattro, we just saw it right there, and we saw it in the last hit situation as well. But trying to go into these conversions in a bubble, I think that's what's really been the kind of signature like extender that we're seeing from Quattro that we don't really see from really any other Rano. It's just using that bubble so effectively. But again, it got a little bit too overzealous there in that last hit situation.
Almost looked surprised at the beginning of this game when the bubble happened, paused for a second and really had a solid thinker before going for the forward airs.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering how much of that is intentional, just to like time it with like the end of like coming out of the bubble. But also, yeah, there was like a lot of stocks there. Probably could have added another hit.
Whatever the case, this is a very back and forth first stock. I feel like Quattro is getting more neutral wins, but Three-Legged Dog is extending the punish game harder, really taking advantage of the weaknesses of Rano's defense and the tech chase down strong to close it out.
Yeah, I mean, like you were saying, right? Like, just able to exploit the lack of really strong defensive tools from Rano, especially in those kind of not off stage, but still pretty like disadvantaged scramble situations. Oh, hang on. You might not need those disadvantaged scramble situations when you're just hitting.
Yeah, just always
over
be
and
an
over and
advantage.
over.
Problem solved. Okay, up tilt into the forward air combo. Oh, what an extension!
Quattro!
Bro, I gotta pull up the stream to get an instant replay. That was nasty.
Those like fully charged needles like in the air, it's not something you really see too many other Ranos do these days. I mean, way back, we used to be able to fast fall those needles. Not anymore, but still, Quattro's really the only one that I see consistently going for those kind of conversions. I think that's what really makes him unique. I mean, there's so many ways that makes Quattro unique, let's be real.
We are deep diving all of this once again because Three-Legged Dog decided to go off stage, went for a low hit rate back air in the corner, and took 57 as a result.
The Three-Legged Dog had the opportunity there, had Quattro off stage and forced the up B high, but no punish on it. It's going to be a really big opportunity. Now has to find three back on stage, but I think they do.
Parry went a long way there, but just like that, Quattro with a single nair wins neutral again, presses the advantage, making it so difficult to get out of the corner. Excellent bait.
It's going to be really tough here for Three-Legged Dog to find another opening like that. But risking for the command grab. It's such a tough situation, but still survives the up air.
It's not over yet. There's still a chance to get back to the stage, but as I say it, Quattro recognizes the pillar timing habits, jumps down, no fear, and converts beautifully that nair into the forward air to take the set.
I mean, you said it right from game one. Like, the offstage situations was a really big difference maker there. And Quattro had so many different ways of being able to punish the pillar offstage or even the early side B that just really became the Achilles heel for Three-Legged Dog. And we're going to be seeing not a Crag Ditto in winners finals, but instead a different Crag going up against Quattro. But first, we got some losers to get through.
Yes, we do. And also, I gotta ask, I saw Jet in the chat earlier. How do I get my hands on that Jet icon? Do we have to fight for it? What's the deal here?
Well, you figured out your vendetta. I'm just gonna open up the bracket. I believe, if what I'm seeing is correct, we're gonna be having Wetzel and Mount Kitty.
Ooh, yes, I think you are correct. So we get to see the return of Wetzel.
Maybe
Always
Mount
nice
Kitty
when
is-
a new name is in the top 8 and you get to see them multiple times. They don't bust her out. Wetzel doing a really good job.
Mount Kitty lost to Quattro. Interesting. I will want to watch that set myself.
I think we lost Jet. That's so tragic.
Yeah.
I'll never know.
The Jet Gauntlet. I want to know what that is.
Yeah, I'm scared of the Jet Gauntlet. He's gonna like suplex me. This man's a fighter.
Ooh, wow.
You have to beat him in rock climbing, you have to beat him in wrestling, and you have to beat him in rivals.
Hits you with the the Lorena special pummel 3.
Yeah, I bet he could. I've seen him. He's got hands.
I don't doubt it.
Maybe I'll get
You know-
lucky and he'll be injured again. There's like a 50-50 chance at all times.
You know who does have hands? Edalus.
He does.
Big hand. We're going into
Raster.
game 1. I'm really curious to see what the stage selection is going to be here, because this is not a common matchup. Not many Raster players in the world. Maybe a few more Edalus players, but still pretty uncommon matchup. Forest is quite the interesting one.
I am surprised to see this out of Meow Kitty. I feel like Raster gets so much more threat off of this stage, especially against a heavy character who can be hard to kill off the side.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Never mind.
Oh no! Oh, you were destined for greatness.
Oh no.
No!
Oh no.
What are we doing?
Now Kitty on pace to take all 3 stocks sub 10. I just pray that does not happen.
If I just hold out, they'll follow me and die. Big brain.
Ooh, nice. Finds the conversion into the forward strong. I was going to say you might be seeing exactly what you're saying with the high conversion value from Raster, but not quite. We're taking that stock, and now it's all Mount Kitty. Ooh, I like the SSDI there from Wetzel, but still eating that forward air, almost actually costing the stock.
Opportunity to at least get on the board here, but no. Great reversal with the back air. Down throw gonna send you into the corner. Trying to go 3 for 3 on this game. It's close.
Very close. Oh no, Wetzel landed just in time to get frozen. Not a big conversion here from Mount Kitty, but just goes for the down. But you're having a little fun, playing with his food a little bit, but just hits the forward air. Like I was saying, the big fist. Taking it one.
I feel like I learned nothing from that game.
Sometimes you don't.
That was so unfortunate for Wetzel. Deep breath. Honestly, run it back.
Yeah, honestly, that was barely any information. But no, going to Rockwall, I think the rationale here is that Wetzel just wants to stage with the smaller side blast zones, and I totally understand that. I mean, there's really to oversimplify things, really 2 types of Raster players: people who love the big stages and people who love the really small stages. You can see the type of Raster that Wetzel is.
I'm suspecting that might be part of why Meow Kitty was okay with going to Forest in game number 1, wanting the smallness of the stage to scrap, to not let Wetzel run away. We'll see how it pays off this time around, having that bigger stage.
Yeah, it's honestly going to be a little bit interesting. I mean, especially on the side of Edalus. I think having the stage lengths be a little bit different is always such a big difference maker. But you know what's going to be a big difference maker? That forward air.
That was a beautifully timed one for that.
Oh no, frozen again. I thought Wetzel might have been able to escape.
No punish on the dash attack, just trying to disengage here. Meow Kitty running for their life right now, but Wetzel so good in the chase down and good catch with the up special.
Yep, nice job finding that stock, but I think what I was going to mention earlier, something we've seen last set too, and we're really seeing this set, is that Wetzel's able to find the combos, get those guaranteed hits in back-to-back, but I think where Wetzel's really struggling to convert is off these tech chases. We saw 2 times back-to-back in that stock right there, where there could have been like 2 big extensions that Wetzel failed to convert the tech chase off. I wonder if we'll see that improve as the set goes on.
Forward air not going to quite do it. Does hit with the icicles, has had a pretty good hit rate on that. Hasn't been in a situation where Wetzel has been able to parry it yet, so until that happens, might as well let the Beyblades rip.
That's true. I mean, it's one of the really big mix-up spreads, right? Just barely spacing the icicles to be off stage, bit of the parry. Really play into those mind games, and that's something you really got to do as Edelus. But right now, it's all about the mind games of finding that big neutral hit, or just an up tilt, just raise the roof.
Okay. I mean, caught with the DI there. I'm definitely holding in that situation. Opportunity to go the other way. Nair does beat the air dodge, but Edelus gets to reset with that up B. Gets back to stage with the Nair, and now we're back to scrapping on Edelus's terms.
Yeah, a lot of down Bs to really get out of that disadvantage there coming out from Meow Kitty. I wonder if we're going to be seeing Wetzel adapt to that one as well. Ooh, neutral not quite connecting, but still a really bad situation here. Meow Kitty, no, just gets back on stage.
Oh, catches the jump.
Wow, that connected.
You're a raster player. You're always going to jump at a disadvantage. You got like 18 of them. So pretty consistent read to go for there. Meow Kitty closing it out with another 2 stock this time around on the counter pick.
Yeah, and a lot more of a earned 2 stock, I will say.
Yeah. All right. And another very different counter pick. What do you think the thought process is here? I'm
not too sure from the mind of a raster player, because I am far from a raster player myself. But it's very interesting to see that we're going from such an extreme blast zone size like Rockwall to something that's like a lot more moderate of Jules Vale. I wonder if maybe the moving platform has something to do with it, but it's just interesting regardless, because, you know, although we're going to be seeing a lot of these kill confirms work a lot later than we would otherwise. Oh no! Saibi catching the charged up B and just sending 1 millimeter into the blast zone, but that's all it needed.
That's crazy. Parry attempt gets beaten out. Wetzel is looking a lot more comfortable. Maybe it is just a comfort pick. You go here a lot of game 1s, you feel good about it.
That's true. I mean, like we were saying in the Outcast set, right? Like the comfort pick is really powerful to a lot of players. You know? Speaking of powerful, look at this forward air.
Reversal. Wetzel holding that driver's seat, but for the rare exception that Upstrong actually converts on a floaty. Great stuff from Meow Kitty being able to find that spacing just right, and now the early combo damage evening it up.
I mentioned earlier about Meow Kitty going for the down B in disadvantage. Oh no.
No.
Going for the down B in that disadvantage, but that time Wetzel actually was starting to jump up and catch the area. I wonder if we'll be seeing that further as the set goes on. Assuming we get another game, right now with Wetzel in the lead, could happen.
I'm all for copying your opponent's tricks, but I don't think that was the one to put in the playbook. We can send that one back. Yeah. Belichick, we're good. Leave it where it is.
Very big opportunity for both players in this scramble. Oh my god, these up tilts coming out. Meow Kitty knows it's gonna kill, but that back air will be taking it instead.
Again, getting the timing on that parry attempt. Wetzel has been really good with exuding that pressure in the scramble this game.
Yeah, and I mean, we're already seeing even off stage, like the conversions have been looking a little bit better, a lot more consistent damage being put on. It's really going to be about closing this final stock and pushing ourselves to a game 4.
Ooh. Can you close that final stock, though? That's the question. These forward airs starting to get scary. Wetzel running into a couple of them. That damage is mounting.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about when Wetzel was on stream last. You really got to worry about having to find that right conversion. Don't think Upstrong's going to take it, not quite. But again, Raster's got to find that the conversion off of something, some kind of kill confirm, take some kind of risk of going in. But Edelus has a lot of ways to take it, but that down B is a little bit unexpected.
What a way for it to end, and that is going to be it. Meow Kitty with the 3-0. An asterisk on game number 1, a pretty comfortable game number 2, and a scary game number 3. But you only get 3 of them. So good stuff to Meow Kitty for moving forward. And I'm glad we got to see on that last sequence something you talked about as well, baiting with the icicles. Part of what got Meow Kitty into comfortable stage position to have an advantage to win that final neutral interaction was throwing out icicles in a spot where Wetzel couldn't quite get there in time to get the parry. And then you're stuck in parry stun, and Meow Kitty gets to just come in and have first look.
Yeah, I mean, just being that on that front foot was really the big thing for Meow Kitty that set. And I mean, that's something that Edelus does in general, is just seeing and just having that front foot forward and really like taking advantage of any opportunity given. But again, that's like on the side of the opponent to really trying to stop that and put the pressure back onto the Edelus player. It's a really tough back and forth, and you know, Meow Kitty's one of the best to do it, so it's not super surprising to see Meow Kitty move on. But you know, 5th place for Wetzel is still pretty good.
Yeah, nothing to be ashamed of there for sure. I'm excited to see Wetzel continue to show up in these top 8s, stick it to the fleets when they come back, say that you've been supplanted, it's my time. But that is all for your run today. So looking up next, I wonder if we're going to go to winners finals, perhaps?
I believe so. I'm getting requested to show off the cup that I'm drinking my water from. It is Elias Pettersson of the Vancouver Canucks.
Ooh, I like it. Well, as long as we're shouting out our sports team today, I'll show. I got my World Cup jersey on today. It's not a traditional World Cup jersey, but I figured I wanted to speak to the motherland of soccer, so I brought out the big guns.
I'm also representing. I got my Alphonso Davies shirt on. Sad, you know, he only played like 15 minutes the whole time, but what can you do? Injuries and such. You know, very happy for my country though. First time in the top 16. Very excited. But even more exciting to some, winners finals.
I'm excited for this set. Both of these players have been so high octane tonight.
I think this is going to go one of 2 ways. And those 2 ways are on the exact extremes of kicking the shit out of each other.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Quattro in the previous set, you know, once again, having to go against a different Craig. And like I said, Quattro has so many unique ways of opening the opponent up and so many unique combo conversions that we just saw, like so many creative ways off stage and even on stage to try and take these stocks. But, you know, to say creative is pretty much saying one outcast.
Yeah. I love that about all the top Crags. They have not reached a point where they've started to funnel into the same game plans. When you see Outcast or Cheesy, who's maybe now a little more on the Lyrena, but you know, still, or the patron saint himself, there's all sorts of different ideas they have about navigating the world of Crag.
Yeah, I think that's one of the really good things. I mean, you know, I totally agree with the Crag sentiment there, but I think that kind of extends to a lot of characters.
True.
Like the way that people play. I mean, you know, when you said that about Crag, it really made me think again. You know, speaking as a Rano player, of all the different ways, all the different tools that all the Ranos use, and how they make their own kind of conversions. And you know, someone who's been watching a little bit more VOD recently without the ability to play the game, it's really opened my eyes to that kind of ability to like have that sort of uniqueness in your character. And that's one of the best thing about Rivals in general. It's just like people just have their own ways of playing and it just works.
Yeah, I imagine
so much expression.
Every avid player or watcher who's hearing you say that right now is thinking of the top reps of their character in the same way, which is pretty cool. I'm definitely, as an ABSA player, feeling that way. We just got to see this past week Yoda Cage being the ABSA in top 8 and behaving totally differently from how Ant usually interacts with those situations. It's so cool.
That's totally true. But, you know, with those polar opposite play styles and polar opposite ways of going about getting those stocks, comes a very interesting set. And here we go. We're going to be going game 1 onto the Underground Arena. Outcast versus Quattro.
I love this stage. The new stage skin is so cool. I love the paper mache looking people in the background just expanding and contracting in joy.
I love that as well. I don't know if you've noticed on this stage, only on the Underground Arena really, but when Rano charges needles, the needles start to glow. And I'm not sure why it's only on this stage.
Oh.
But you'll see it here. It has a little like glowing effect. Actually, I don't know if it's on low poly Rano, it's the needle charging stick. But still.
Keep an eye out for it. That is interesting. It's like an interaction with the lighting or something, maybe.
I don't know what it is, but it exists, and you can see. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it like glows around. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's very strange. I don't know why that happens here, but I appreciate it.
Well, first stock does go to Outcast there, using the get up attack just in case Quattro made it to the stage, but alas, he did not.
Here we go, some rinse repeat edge guarding like I was saying earlier. You're gonna have to find something pretty creative to take the stock. You gotta avoid stuff like that. That Krag neutral air can really be a bane to any Ranos trying to get these edge guards on Krag players.
They're not going to get you too much there, but oh, down special in that situation is crazy work.
Yeah, down special is kind of like it's the layer 3, right? You can expend all these options that'll beat so many things from a Krag down throw, like a bucket spot dodge or roll or try and mash out of it. But once you start to call out those things, then you can start bringing out the down beat to catch, like delay your timing and get a really big reward off of it too.
It's crazy for Outcast to pull that out in game number 1. Just the confidence in your opponent trying to outplay you, the respect you're giving them as such a strong representative of Rano.
Yeah, I mean, I know these two have played at least a little bit on ranked, so I can say for sure that there's at least a little bit of experience here. I don't know about much in terms of hop on, but you know, I can tell there's already some layers of mind games being played before the setting began here.
Quattro consistently forcing Outcast to immediately jump off of that pillar because of the threat of the needles, which really reduces your recovery routes. And once again, you were talking about this earlier, the way that Rano can constrict your recovery and punish Krag for being off stage.
Yeah, I mean, especially since they nerfed the Krag recovery like that long ago, it's been really like simplified for Rano to have like that sort of easy like flowchart against this recovery. And right now we're gonna be seeing it again.
Yep, force is high. The Nair kind of abares your way back to stage in that scenario, but Quattro still has control.
Yeah, and like you were saying, like throwing those needles to like break the pillar immediately, it puts such a strain on what Krag can do. You have to open yourself to moves like that, eating that neutral air, and Quattro taking the first game.
Looking comfortable. They lost the first stock. Outcast had some good ideas going in. We talked a lot about that down special, but in the end, it was just that war of attrition where when you're off stage, you die. So you have to outlast on stage, and Outcast wasn't quite able to make it.
I know we were talking about Quattro's ability to like dominate the offstage game against three-legged dog, but now we've really seen like a new level of that, right? Like we're seeing Quattro, I think, only messed up like one edgeguard sequence that whole game, and that's really big against Krag.
It's such a powerful flowchart, and Outcast needs to find a way through it to win this set. You can't just die here. Okay?
I mean, you don't want to die here, but you certainly can, especially against the edge guarding of Quattro. And once again, getting put into a really bad situation off stage.
Oh, uh-oh. Hold on, Outcast has an opportunity.
Had an opportunity, but you know, we mentioned about Quattro's ability to make good reversals. But hang on, Outcast wants something to say about that.
Doesn't quite get the down special. Could have converted into the fair there, yet not to be.
No resources? Oh, nice fastball. Gets the recovery.
It would be a gamble, but there are definitely some situations here where Quattro is throwing out the needles too early when they wouldn't break the pillar, and Outcast is jumping off preemptively anyway and letting his recovery be funneled.
Interesting. I haven't noticed that personally, but you know, that's why there's two commentators on the desk.
See, like right there.
You know, different things. Oh yeah, you're right. I see it. Oof. eating that neutral there. Not much you could have done there, especially with the falling aerial.
Oh, that should do it. Yes. Outcast loves putting that pillar up at the start of every stock.
He
Truly
does,
up
and
to no good.
we were seeing a little bit of three-legged dog do it in the previous set too. But yeah, I mean, if three-legged dog is the student of that, then like Outcast is not just the master of it; he's like the progenitor. He's the he's the number one.
The progenitor is the perfect word for it. And we saw it pay out super well there because Quattro quite literally got stuck between a rock and a hard place, not able to DI out to get away from the up air string because the pillar was there.
Yeah, it can be really tough, if not impossible sometimes, to avoid these Crag setups. I mean, we're seeing Outcast in every set he plays, really, just be always mindful of the kind of setups he can pull off with the pillar, with the rock, everything that Crag has at his disposal.
Oh, doesn't quite get the DI into the pillar, which you can't blame him. Definitely not expecting that reverse hitbox.
Ooh, hang on. Now down to last stock for Quattro, and Outcast putting in some good work on that last stock already.
This is looking a lot better. Oh my.
Classic, yeah.
It's a lot of damage.
Still, Quattro able to just forward air that pillar, just kind of react. There's a lot more time to hit Crag there than you think. Nice, yeah. Saved by the bubble. Again.
Such a rivals interaction, forced out of your shield by the rock, the pillar breaking, and then sent into your own resource. Very well managed from both players to put their resources in the right place to create that scenario.
Yeah, and I mean, that's really one thing that like Outcast does a lot is like he's really good at managing his resources. But I mean, to every other Crag, like in the spectrum of Crags, to put it in a abstract, like all the Crags have some kind of like ways of going about their resources as well, right? But I think this is kind of the only like time you'll see the Crag Rano where you're kind of thinking about both players' resources. Because like we were saying, Quattro's really the only one that's using bubble in the way that he does, that's using needles in the way that he does. It really puts a kind of spin on this matchup, where most of the time you're probably thinking about like the strikes of Rano versus the resources of Crag, but now kind of flipping it to like a resource versus resource battle.
Both of these players are just Batman players. They need prep time.
They need the prep time.
The more prep time you give them,
dumpster.
the scarier they get. Superman's got nothing on them as long as they have enough time to solve the matchup. Ooh, great downstroke.
Damn, what a way to set it up too, using the falling rock to sort of save himself from the disadvantage. It's something you gotta really be mindful against this character.
All right, I like the downstroke. I'll give it up. That was cheeky.
Really, really risky up tilt there from Quattro. Big risk, really kind of unnecessary, and kind of paid for it quite a bit.
Fighting through the rock with the Nair, though, creating an advantageous situation. Unfortunately, slightly too high percent for that down tilt to connect, and in exchange, you've lost your life.
What a conversion from Outcast, and should have the pillar back up, yeah. Has a chance to survive here. Ooh, nice tech. Oh, and Quattro's on it as well. Both these players so aware of the situation.
Yeah, that was clean. That was one of those just instinctual reactions. You've seen that situation before as Quattro.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, we're seeing so many instances of that kind of like awareness check, and both these players have been so on point. But I mean, this game so far, it's definitely been Outcast game. Even trying to go for the Outcast classic setup, but Quattro a little bit more aware that time as well.
Double needles? Again, calling out the jump there. These Crag players do love them hops. Not able to get the kill, though.
Yeah, I mean, Quattro really kind of needed that opening. Now it's like 115. Really, anywhere on the like near the blast zone, you're just gonna have so many aerials or kill confirms into those aerials to take the stock. Quattro needs something immediately if he wants to get back into this game. Oh, there it is.
That was nice. But it's not enough on its own. Now Outcast has first move. The bubble is set up. So is the rock. The prep is complete.
Wait, but Quattro with the conversion back into the bubble. Oh, but the rock actually saved them from going further up. Oh, denying further combo opportunities. And with the reversal forward air, Outcast takes the game.
And in the end, it was the bubble that cost him. Spending the time
Dirty
to
bubble.
go for that setup gave Outcast the opportunity to push the advantage, to get the hit in your end lag. And now up 2-1. The comeback is mounted.
Yeah, I mean, just watching the first game alone, you would not think that Outcast would be coming back to win the next two. I mean, we saw so many conversions coming out from Quattro, but really, I think the big difference right now is that Outcast has been not putting himself into those situations to get opened up so harshly by Quattro, because we've seen the punish game. It's been absurd, but one of the ways to really navigate that is to just, avoid putting yourself into the spots to get those big openings in the first place.
And now once again, we see Rockwall come out as a counter pick against these Crags. Outcast loving it right now.
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying about personally using Rockwall as a counter pick, but I mean, Outcast has been loving it, enjoying this time on the home turf. It's been great.
But I don't dislike the counter pick. I think it makes sense. It's just unfortunate that you happen to be against a Rockwall enjoyer who's very comfortable here. So you have to make that calculus of, is it worth it?
Yeah, I mean, like you were saying about making that calculus, no sweet spot. Making the calculus and, ooh, nice punish. Trying to find those proper openings, those proper mix-ups. It can be tough. Just like it's tough to take that stock.
Yeah, I guess the backer wasn't in a position to turn around and go for a forward air in that scenario. Good punish from Outcast. Quattro has not been following up off of those down airs.
Ooh,
Again, that bubble.
That's I've been saying this all day today, but yeah, Quattro's been really one of the things that's really unique is he always has the bubble up, especially in spots where you could be dying, because you basically have an infinite Slade revival, and oof, wow, that down strong goes right over the pillar, and then that's the stock.
That was really tough. Quattro still has not lost this first stock. 179 right now. The forward air still doesn't do it. You talked about the infinite feather. The Phoenix rises from the wet ashes yet again, but finally misses it. And now the pillar comes up. Now the rock is out. Outcast trying to make something happen.
But dying at 208, that's an absurd percentage for Ronald to live to. That's really good. That's more than a Crag would live to normally.
And not just Rano. Rano against Crag on Rockwall.
Yeah, and that's the thing that really makes
behavior.
Quattro's defense so unique, is just having that bubble up. And right now, it's in that perfect position again. Any sort of strong hit doesn't really matter. Just gonna get right into the bubble. Or even combo into it, almost in that case.
So tough to deal with. Mad respect to Quattro for being so consistent with that forward air. Not quite going to do it. Oh! Was that the down special, maybe?
I mean,
what happened?
all Outcast really had left was just to do another pillarless up B there again. So I don't think he could have made it back. And I trust Outcast's judgment to just up B right into the blast zone and just say, all right, game 5.
It might have even been the hurt box shift because you were so close to the blast zone. But either way, yeah, I agree with you. That was cooked. So we go to game number 5, and Outcast opting for the Armada.
It'll be really interesting to see. I mean, like I've been saying and like you've been saying, it's really been all about the adaptations back and forth in this game 5, and I think that's really makes game 5 so special. It's just the culmination of the adaptations and the last second tricks that everybody can pull off.
Great parry. Been good with those parries in those specific scenarios all set. Outcast may be a little bit predictable on the pillar with that setup.
But wait a second, we're seeing the drawbacks of trying to DI to the bubble, because sometimes you might just miss your mark and then die super early to the forward strong, and now Outcast with an early advantage in this game 5.
And there's the rock wall. He brought it with him. You thought you counter-picked away from it, but there is no escape from the home field advantage. Outcast with a clean 90% off of the respawn.
We got Toph at home.
He's even got the grabby hands.
Yeah, exactly. Quattro finding the back air, but again, like pretty wide blast zones on this stage, so it's going to be hard to find these stocks with stray aerials from Rano. Again, the numbers just adding up right now for Quattro. Needs to find that sort of bubble save, otherwise you're going to be in kill percent pretty soon here.
That run to the ledge there from Outcast. Good defense, but great catch from Quattro anyway. Just keeping up that safe pressure in the corner, into the bubble with you, reset. Now it's not up. Now is a chance to close out the stock. And we get it.
Yeah, perfect timing. And I mean, you can see Outcast was fishing for that, just like sitting at roll distance, really trying to get that defensive option out from Quattro. Finds it too. Said Merry Christmas.
A little bit off on the timing, dropping for that landing nair. Outcast gets the opening as a result, knocks the bubble out of the way. I think it was worth it.
Honestly, I think Outcast probably just predicted that Quattro would go into the bubble.
Yeah, you might be right with the hit rate of it.
Honestly, yeah, like it's kind of been like a Bluetooth bubble. Like he's so far away, but he's been going into it so often.
Yeah, you're dead.
Oh, wow.
Just not having the resources once again. Quattro very good at getting rid of those.
99% on the side of Quattro. Gonna need a really big opening here to force, well, not really to force, to try and take this set, but Outcast trying to close it out, and so many options now on the table as Rano approaches that kill percent for any stray aerial.
Well, if he is like Toph, he better start waiting and listening. Finds the opening, chucking rocks, and the up air is going to do it. The Blind Beetle in game number 5 is going to move on to grand finals.
And that was, like I was saying, you know, there was a bit of adaptation back and forth, but I think what we were really seeing is that Outcast was saving a lot of those potential pillar combos for that game 5, and it really worked. I mean, the first stock, especially the first stock, and a bit of the second there too, Outcast was able to find so many new conversions that we weren't seeing in that first 4 games of the set, and it racked up damage so fast, and Quattro didn't really have the opportunity to set up those bubbles and save himself from the disadvantage as much as previously in the set.
Yeah, and there were even situations where it felt like Outcast figured, all right, I'll just kill you twice in quick succession. Much like the Slade Feather, you're just playing ping pong with the blast zone against that bubble, because sometimes he does have to kind of awkwardly come back to the stage, relatively poor on resources after he falls out of that bubble. It can be predictable, the angles, and we saw in the last game, Outcast taking advantage.
Yeah, and I mean, we'll still be seeing Quattro in losers finals, but right now we got loser semis. And if I bring up the bracket, it does look like Three-Legged Dog took it over Ceramic in game 5. So we'll be seeing Three-Legged Dog back on stream against Malkitty for this loser semis.
So many heavies in this top 8. It's kind of fun. I can't wait to post the graphic on Twitter and hashtag Crag can't do it.
The propaganda train never stops.
It always somehow comes back to Crag. I don't know how, but it always feels like it comes back to Crag. He's our anchor point for propaganda.
Well, Crag is quite the unique specimen, I'll say.
Specimen's a term for it. So anyway, I hope you all like Crag.
Yeah. We'll be seeing a lot of them. And I don't think, no real surprises here for characters. But here we go. I wonder what this head-to-head is like. I don't know if these two have played or if I've seen them play. Malkitty obviously very storied, especially within the hop-ons. Very good Edalist player. But I've been seeing, as we're seeing, Three-Legged Dog really been putting in some work.
Going for that early command grab. I like it. People like to shield early. It's safe, so just punishing for it.
Yeah, we saw that earlier when Three-Legged Dog was back on stream. Going for that command grab, it's such a high reward move. Oh no. Disaster.
I feel like every set has to start with something going horribly wrong.
The inciting incident.
The incident.
But
This is what happens when the United States gets scored on sub-minute 10. Everybody's like, oh, I can do that. It's been a tough day.
I can imagine. I've had my tough day a little bit ago, so welcome to the club, I guess.
We can bond over it as we watch Edalus and Crag absolutely box on each other.
Jennifer should easily take it. And I was going to say, you know, if not for the SD, Three-Legged Dog would actually be having a really close game right now. But just, you know, Malkity with that second stock being so clean with it.
Taking full advantage of these ledge refreshes from both sides. Both characters have very strong aerials off of the ledge, so we're likely to see a lot of that. For now, there is a fragile lead mounting on Malkity's side, but can you hold off the storm?
It's really going to be the big question. I mean, we've seen Three-Legged Dog able to have such explosive offense. And why does it say that? Almost finding quite the opening there again. But that's really been the big thing for Three-Legged Dog, is just having those like tech chases, really high reward moves, going for those command grabs, or just regular grabs in this case, and able to find those stocks early. But yeah, that one big SD at 0 is really making all the difference. And you see the stock count right now. Three-Legged Dog really wishing that stock was back.
In theory, it's an even game.
Theory, yeah, that's true.
Oh, there's an opportunity. Nice catch with the forward air. Barely manages to get up there. But now you're living on hopes and dreams at 124. Icicle a little bit too early once again on that pillar. A lot of these players not getting that timing just right tonight.
Ooh, big forward air from Malkity to take that first game. But I was going to say, it wasn't even out of the realm of possibility for Three-Legged Dog to come back. I mean, we've seen those bits and pieces of Three-Legged Dog able to get those early like down airs to try and get the conversion to grab, or early command grabs as well. All these ways to start this early momentum, and we've seen the ways to take out the stocks early as well. Now we just need to see Three-Legged Dog pull those things both together and really come together as that really like top tier comebacks to close out those games. We'll see on game 2 as we go over to Julesville.
Yeah, I completely agree with what you just said. I mean, just look at the way game number 1 started before the SD. It was just in such control for that first stop.
Yeah, but right now it's all Malkity going into this game 2. Ooh, Julesville platform actually stopping Three-Legged Dog's combo from starting. That's kind of unfortunate because you really like to see that if you were Three-Legged Dog. Oh, try to convert back into the command grab again. Not quite.
Great presence in the corner. Once again, both of them playing around that ledge so well, but it is going to be Malkity who gets the first stock. But just like that, there's the reversal. There's your opportunity. Respects the icicles, and Mal gets to come back.
It's going to be really interesting to see. Oh, okay. I was going to say, really interesting to see what Three-Legged Dog can do to start this offense. Found something there with the tech chase down strong, but Edalus a big boy.
Got the wrong hit on the up tilt on the rock, which is a little bit unfortunate. Jab checks aren't going to do it for you. Looking for something more, but Malkity's defense has been so on point. There we go.
Oh, wow.
A little bit of bad DI.
Yeah, Three-Legged Dog's been able to use that command grab in so many different ways, whether it be for tech chases, trying to reaction check people with the close hit, or like down throw close to the ground. It's been really neat to see all the creative ways to use it. It's interesting because, you know, we were talking earlier about all the different ways to like express yourself and be unique with the character, and I mean, you can see right now, Three-Legged Dog is nothing like Outcast.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that is something that when you are playing against multiple Crags in the same tournament, potentially, you have to watch out for. It's really easy to start transferring your mental notes on habits between players if they play the same character. So if Malkity advances, we'll have to keep an eye on that.
We'll see. I mean, that's a long ways to go. I mean, it'd be all the way to grand finals at that point. Ooh, big forward there, stuffing out the up B. One stock apiece. Now we're probably seeing that game 1 as we wanted it to be. So let's see what Three-Legged Dog can do to change the destiny.
Love to see a special pummel break, especially this deep into the set when tension is this high. Malkity continuing to hold pressure on stage just a little bit better, especially when that ice is up. But the stocks, the percents, they're remaining even.
Yeah, I mean, Three-Legged Dog able to find these big hits and just string them all together. Right now, keeping Malkity in disadvantage.
Oh, snap back down tilt.
Yeah, it was weird, but yeah, missed down B conversion would have actually been so huge. Still in the advantage. Reverse hit.
Great catch. Manages to get to the ledge. Malkity with the reversal. Finally back in neutral, but an excellent grab coming out from Three-Legged Dog. Has all the pressure in the world right now.
It's
What
such a
affair.
tense game. I mean, both these characters can just take stocks so easily. Yeah, the neutral air forwarder is gonna be it. Wow, my heart was racing at the end.
It was tense. Malkitty had that lead, but Three-Legged Dog just clawed it back. You talked about the punish game, and that's a lot of what I think we saw on that last stock. Got a couple of big neutral interaction wins and got a good 70% each time.
Yeah, I mean, like we were saying at the start of game one, start of game one, that early SD really seems like it did make all the difference, because as soon as it was an even game, Three-Legged Dog was here to play.
This is so dicey. We don't have the resources to come back. What a commitment coming out from Three-Legged Dog.
That was so unfortunate not able to make it back, because that was such a smart play. Such a really good use of awareness there. Able to come back, get the stock, not come back, sorry. Get the stock, but not come back, and then, now it's an even game when it really could have been such a huge advantage for Three-Legged Dog.
I think even knowing you can't come back in that situation, it's still worth going for. Malkitty was in the power stance, had the percent lead, and so shutting down the opportunity to get scammed yourself by just taking the handshake trade isn't so bad.
That's definitely true. I mean, like we were saying about like having that awareness earlier, that goes both ways. I mean, whether it be, oh wow, that hit so deep. I actually didn't think the ice goal was gonna connect there. But yeah, having that awareness, understanding both like the offense and defensive side of that, it's really important. It's one of the most important things in the whole game.
Ice Armor finally offline. Put in some good work from Malkitty there, making it so hard to get the extensions. Three-Legged Dog needs to get this kill. Forward air is not quite going to do it.
Very, very unfortunate sour spot there, but still in quite a good spot. Keeping Malkitty at ledge. Up air should take it. Yeah, definitely.
And now we're back in this. Once again, like you pointed out, Three-Legged Dog also willing to set up that pillar in the corner. However, it's very easy for Malkitty to not only get rid of it, but convert into an advantage state off of it. 104, the Dunkaroos. I hope you're hungry, because Malkitty takes another one off the board.
And yeah, there was so many chances there for Three-Legged Dog and so much time spent in the advantage state. But I mean, that's an Edalus classic, right? You find that one advantage, you just you can carry it so easily, carry that momentum, and take that stock. I mean, Malkitty, I mean, it's partly Edalus, but it's also, Malkitty's been really good at that for, I don't know, how long has Edalus been out? A year and a half?
Yeah. It really did, to your point, just win neutral one time on that final stock at 0 and never let advantage state go.
That's really just like, it's such an Edalus classic. Oh, wait a second, but we were talking about awareness. Three-Legged Dog, understanding, no real option there left to put the up B high. Just sniping it with forward air. Early stock, and an early lead.
Ooh, scary there, trying to trap the air dodge. Three-Legged Dog actionable just in time to avoid the up air. Now 96%, already at a big deficit, but it's your turn. Those backers have been beating out everything in the corner.
I really like the idea, like shooting the rock up to try and catch the up B. Just a little bit early on that one. Still invincible to projectiles. Or at least in that case,
Oh,
no.
not again! Oh man, that's so tough to die to twice in the same set. But not deterred, continuing to go off, continuing to push this advantage. Now it's your turn to show your ability to hold that off-stage advantage state. Drops the Nair. Edalus gets to come back. That's a big recovery.
I mean, even this game alone, even though Three-Legged Dog has an ever-growing advantage right now, we're seeing just a lot of opportunities where Three-Legged Dog could have had an even bigger advantage, capitalize more off stage. But
Yeah, agreed.
yeah, still, I mean, with an advantage, you can't be complaining. But still, like, lots of times where it could have been even better, could have been even more optimized.
Now we got a lot of ice on the stage. Very hard for Krag to deal with, especially without the rock. Does get a reset on it, but just like that, it's gone. Malkitty trying to create space. Oh no, that was your chance.
Still lots of chances left to go. As here we go, three-legged dog off stage. What's Malkitty gonna do to respond? Wait, it goes super deep. Hang on, big reversal opportunity.
Can you close it? Once again, Malkitty is so good at finding aerials out of the up special.
Going so deep off stage, no ledge to grab onto, and still three-legged dog with an advantage right now.
Three-legged dog just stuck in those back airs, trying to find a different aerial to close it out with. At 172, any strong hit will do it, but you have to find that hit.
Yeah, and I mean, even right now, you should be so scared of your three-legged dog. Like we saw last game, all Malkitty needs is one opportunity, and dropping that conversion is actually so tough here for three-legged dog. Any chance for Edelus is a chance to win the game. And with that forward air, suddenly this game doesn't look so bad, especially with the ice armor online.
We just need that one
Never
big
mind.
advantage state, but we're not able to get it, even with the ice armor. We're going to a game 5.
I feel like I've commentators cursed myself so much just in this set alone.
That means you've de-rusted. Welcome back, Bird.
Thank you. I wonder where we're going to game 5. Merchant Port, interesting.
Okay. Lot of space to move around. I can see that benefiting both characters. I think Malkitty probably wants this just based off of the amount of pressure that three-legged dog was exerting. It was very difficult to reset neutral.
There's a lot of little, like, subtle ways that I think Edelus players really like this stage for. I think having the side platform just be, like, right above the ledge. It's really good to mix up those icicles, especially when in disadvantage. A lot of space to put the ice down on, really start exerting pressure no matter where you are. I mean, you know, it's just it's a pretty average kind of stage size. You're able to, like, play that off stage game pretty well.
Doesn't have a
Speaking of-
pillar. Can you come back? That might be it. Yep.
Taking that first stock. It'd be really interesting to see three-legged dog trying to find that offense again, because that's really what's been carrying them through this whole set.
That was such tragic DI on the up tilt. That could have gone
True.
horribly, horribly wrong. Three-legged dog does get to bit back into neutral, but see just how hard it is to fight past this wall of ice.
Wait a second. These command grabs, the three-legged dog classic at this point. Getting a little bit, it's a little bit more to take this stock. Ooh, not great DI in the down strong, but Edelus a big boy once again.
Oh, no. A little bit missed space, gets the punish on the grab. Forward air not going to do it on its own, forces the jump out.
No resources from Malkitty. Gonna be really tough to make this back. Has to try and find some type of mix-up. Down he does find the ledge.
Very well reserved to hold on to that for so long and just accept the damage until the time was right.
Yeah, I think the last set we saw Malkitty in, definitely using the downbeat ledge a lot more frequently. But here, yeah, like we were saying, just reserved it for that game 5 situation. Keeping this lead at a stock beat at least.
Another attempt at parrying the icicles, that being one of those things that I think you were hinting at that Edelus players like about this stage. It's not so easy to parry those icicles.
Exactly. Oh wait, hang on, big command grab moment. Ooh, I was gonna say there's so much good chances there for three-legged dog to start the offense, but it can be really tough to open up Edelus, especially Malkitty.
Three-legged dog also so patient putting out the pillar that time around, trying to avoid the icicles. And again, not doing the typical Crag thing of immediately throwing it out, but still Malkitty pressing the advantage, getting the stock. One last chance for three-legged dog to stay alive in this tournament.
And we saw three-legged dog try to go for the down B spike there to try and like steal back that stock. And I mean, in this kind of situation, you got to get a little bit desperate. Oh, DI's out the forward air, not quite gonna take the stock, but it's a really tough situation for Malkitty now. Oh no! What a reversal.
Hold up. That's an opportunity. You've got to finish your food. Struggling with these deep blast zones. That's another thing. The stage is so wide, and so many of these forward airs are not quite enough to kill Edelus.
And the spacing that Malkitty's been doing on these recoveries has been so good, really tricking up three-legged dog. Dies that forward air eventually, but still, like, if you're surviving with that much, like after surviving that frequently against like off stage as Edalus, you're doing something right.
We've got the pillar, we've got the ice. Which relic is stronger? Going into this last stock opportunity, Meow Kitty forcing him so low, not afraid, does drop the grab, and what a huge reversal. Three-legged dog doing everything he can to take advantage right now.
Has to do something here. I mean, finds that way back on stage, but still lots of damage on the side of Meow Kitty. But one more mix-up here, I think.
Oh, no. That was so good. Three-legged dog for this last game and a half has been doing the same thing deep off stage to get around that icicle pressure that was getting him killed over and over by holding in a little bit, letting himself go super low, waiting for the icicles to expire, then pulling out the up B. So what Meow Kitty did there was call out that spacing, that timing that keeps coming up, and just spiked him with the up B.
And I think that's one thing that I was mentioning a little bit earlier about, you know, having those last minute like tricks up your sleeve for that game 5. It's really important to be able to save some of those adaptations in your head and kind of put that away in the box, and then, you know, make the opponent kind of think they're really safe in those situations. And then at those critical moments, being able to pull open the box and take those punishes to like their maximum. And that's really what we saw. And that's the close of the whole set for Meow Kitty. So it's been really good. And now we're going to be seeing Meow Kitty again, but this time up against the Frog.
Definitely a very different matchup. The one non-big body alive in this top 4 fell from grace on winner's side, of course, against the Crag, the one outcast who is sitting pretty, waiting it out for an opportunity to either get the run back or some new blood.
Interesting, though. I don't know if you caught when I was saying this earlier, but these two actually did play in winners, and it was Quattro taking it into game 5 against Meow Kitty. So one way or another, we are in for a very exciting set.
If I'm Meow Kitty, I want the run back here. You've had the deep losers run. You've shown what you can do. Actually, got sent down to losers pretty early.
Yeah, in the winners quarters, top 8 qualifier.
Crazy. Here we are.
You know,
how do you feel about this matchup?
I was saying earlier, just like last set, that I need to watch this set myself. Or the winner set, I meant. Because, you know, obviously a little bit of rust on my side. But when it comes to this matchup in general, it can be very frustrating because Rano has all the tools to play cleanly, all the tools to really rack up the damage on Edalus, and all the tools to really keep him out and really control the game. But, you know, like we were saying last set, all Edalus needs is that one opening, and especially against Rano, you can do so much against his recovery to make his life miserable.
Well, while we are waiting for these players to lock in for losers finals, why don't you all !Matcherino real quick in the chat, claim those free codes, put a little bit of money in the pockets of the people who have made it this far in the bracket. And if you want to add a little bit on top, we appreciate it. Having things like Evo, there are these big opportunities for players to go out to, or other big tournaments that are coming up. Some people struggle financially to get to those things. A lot of Rivals players don't get to travel as much as they want. So just having little bits of money here and there, small amounts of tournament winnings do add up. So they appreciate any support y'all are willing to give today.
I am going to do it myself because I have not done that yet.
It's so easy to do.
There we go. See, look at that. It took me 5 seconds, and you could do it too.
I'm gonna do it real quick as well.
Put the command into the chat for all those wondering, and it makes a big difference. I mean, what do we have right now? 44 viewers. That's most of the codes that could be claimed right now. And again, you know, 50 codes doesn't sound like a whole lot, but you know, you multiply that, it's what, 1250 or whatever.
Yeah, it adds up.
It adds up.
It was good quick math. It was 1250.
Look at that. It's still here.
They can't take everything from you.
Oh wow. I just got a ping. I just got a notification from from Maturino saying I have $2 to claim. Wonderful.
Yo, let's go.
From a hop on way back in March. I just
There
never
we
claimed
go. Just those little bits.
it. Can I even take the $2? I think you need something like $10 or something. to get the
You gotta
money.
win more.
It's a little hard for me right now, but I'm sure I will get back to my winning ways eventually.
Yeah, give it some time. You'll be back. You won't be in the top 8. You'll be number 1, I believe.
Thank you. I appreciate the flattery.
And if you don't manage to win, then you say, "Hey, I'm just a commentator. I'm just a
True.
TO." You've got
True.
2 excuses in the back pocket. You're a commentator
Yeah.
and a TO. So if anybody's losing to you, they've got to feel pretty bad.
Well, I mean, it's not really my biggest concern right now. I mean, as most people know, my everything in this arm is broken. So if you lose to me, there's a real big problem. Eventually, it will be healed.
Yeah, don't lose to Bird right now. That's the big 3
That
of
would be-
excuses.
that would
That'd be tough.
embarrassing.
We definitely wish you a speedy recovery. Always a pleasure to watch you play. You're sick nasty with it, and I'm excited for more of it in the future.
Thank you. I will return as soon as I can. But just like myself. Oh, here we go. Wait. There we go. Yeah, now we got Mount Kitty back. Let's go. We're starting the set.
I'm betting we had a game restart or something.
Yeah, probably. I mean, there's some things happen. You can finally turn that incredibly heavy camera. Which heavy camera are you talking about? Because I carried a lot of heavy cameras, but also they're usually on my shoulder. And this arm's fine. I can do everything with this arm. And it's okay.
I would be so scared. I feel like I'm going to lose balance with it and try to go to grab it with my other arm and not be able to.
Well, I've got some years of experience, so
You got the lean.
yeah.
can
Well, it's more like you
counterbalance.
gotta like spread your legs out and like
Oh, there's
kinda,
a
like, have, like,
stance
the
to
wide
it.
stance. Yeah. You gotta be standing up strong, just like our 2 competitors in the finals.
Yeah, let's get into it. Going to a classic for game number 1. We will never escape Smashville, no matter how many flat fighters we play.
I'm sure Outcast is sitting in winners right now. He's smiling. He's so happy. He loves it so much. Oh, you know who doesn't love it though? It's Quattro getting up there off stage. And like I was saying earlier about having so many ways to really mess up Rano's recovery, one of the really detrimental things about having Rano's really bad airspeed is that it really limits your options against Edelus's up air getting hit by that. I mean, even though you do get all your Riazoshes back, with such a poor airspeed, your mix-up options are very, very limited.
No, Outcast is here. He heard you. He heard you.
Oh, see, he's so happy.
It certainly brings emotion out of him. There's a response.
Could have said it better myself.
Ooh, manages to get past the icicle pressure. I like the idea from Malkitty, but good stuff from Quattro. Staying alive on this stock, but for how long?
We'll see. But also, having the ice armor at these kind of like mid percents is really good. But now at this like kind of climbing percent, I mean, it's gone now. But it's kind of not detrimental for Rano at these kind of high percents, because once you're like in this kind of area, now like Rano's combo game is just back online. You can start racking up damage really fast and get back to those kill confirms. It's not as bad as it would be, say
Yeah,
for like other characters.
I do love seeing an Edalus use the ice armor. So many of them are scared to use it at all because someone told them it was bad a year ago. So it's fun to find those players who understand its properties.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not, what's the word? Detrimental for Edalus. Not by a long shot, but I'm saying, for Rano specifically, it can definitely kind of make you pay for using it.
You just have to be very careful. It's a situational move, to be sure, even beyond the fact that it's so slow to get the startup on. But Malkitty not only making it work, but continuing to push an advantage here. 95% on Quattro's final stock, swinging out with the down air out of the up B. Quattro struggling, swinging with a back air now. It's the same thing as always. Players struggling to deal with the timings of hitting those aerials out of the up B.
Oh, wait a second. Is the Needle Storm going to do it? Not quite.
I like it.
Crazy if that actually worked.
Just that pressure of the forward air, forcing Quattro back taking advantage, manages to get the kill in the end as well. And a 2-stock coming out for game number 1 for Malkin.
Yeah, and I think you kind of touched on it a little bit earlier, but as Rano against Edalus, it can be a little bit difficult to try and take stocks off stage just because, you know, the forward air is a pretty decent spike move, but one, it's really risky to go for off stage, and Edalus can kind of put himself in spots where you can't really use it super early. And two, you have to be really patient as Rano to really time those hits in, because you have to like kind of call out Edalus on his like defensive mix-up and sort of like capitalize and like read it ahead of time rather than being able to react, because again, you don't have that airspeed to really chase him down. You have to like commit to that option in the air.
Edalus is such an interesting character off stage because he does get rinsed and repeated so much, but he nice punish there. But if you don't knock him into the blast zone, he always gets to come back. So you have to be consistent in racking up that damage.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, both these characters not really struggling in the racking up damage department. I think they're both pretty good at that one.
Nor these players, both of them pushing their advantage states to the limit. We're seeing punishes like that. Are the icicles going to come out? Doesn't even need them.
Yeah, there's lots of spots like that. Like I was mentioning in the first game, where, you know, even if Rano doesn't die outright from the Edalus up air, it can just be really hard to survive it.
Down air gonna reset that. No tech. Big punish opportunity here for Malkitty. Ooh, Bubble manages to get back, clipping Malkitty, trying to punish, and now the floor hug game is on. It ends up being Quattro who takes the positional lead.
Yeah, you know, I was mentioning earlier, like just a second ago, about Edalus up air being really hard for Rano to deal with. Edalus forward is actually not as big of a deal for Rano, I don't believe, just because the angle it sends out leaves Rano with a lot of defensive mix-ups to go for. You can go for that, like the dive kick after the up B, on the bubble. Lots of ways for Edalus. Like, Edalus has to really work a lot harder to try and end combos with forward air and capitalize on it. Ooh, but if you just rip that up strong, you can just you can have a vacation. You don't need to work at all.
It's a great catch, and now we've got that ice armor. Let's see if it ends up working out, if you even need it with the offense that we're seeing here right now from Malkitty. Okay, there we go.
The ice armor goes away just in time. So Merry Christmas, the Quattro gets that stock, and we're going to the last stock for game 2 again.
Yeah, a bit of a gimme there, but we take those. Still a lead, but Quattro has answered back, is figuring out more ways to come back to stage, those mix-ups that you talked about with the high angles. It's these low angles that are so scary.
100%. And now, I'm looking at Edalus's percent, just climbing a little bit just off that poison. That means so much. Just getting Edalus out of that like 0% and getting up to like 20. Now so many combo options are online, but now off stage it's gonna be really tough. Can't make me back.
Just nowhere to go. Even when you do get your double jump back there, Rano doesn't have the kind of mix-up you need without the bubble in that situation, and we see him pay for it. Great matchup awareness from Malkitty.
100%. And I was gonna say, you know, at that combo percent, like kind of in that, like once you start hitting like 20, 30, you're in such a golden percent for combos that there's actually a lot of ways where Quattro could have brought that back too. Unfortunate not to see something explosive come out, but be able to hold it down, keep it stable.
Okay, falling up air is getting you a little bit of bonus damage there. Love the forward air conversion as well. We're talking about things adding up. That's a great way to get started.
Yeah, I mean, already we're kind of seeing like the inverse of the last game. Never mind. I was gonna say, Malkitty like off to a slower start and Quattro going in quite big and getting the damage. Right, as I say that, Malkitty off to the races, strong offense.
So many things are routing into that up air for Malkitty right now, and it seems like every single time Quattro dies for it.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want if you're the Edalus player. You saw as well there, those icicles can be really hard for Rano to deal with because you need to spend something to go through it. And at that point, Edalus can chase you down. You get your double jump caught by the later hit of the icicles. A lot of ways for that one to really be tricky for Rano to deal with.
Doesn't quite get the forward air and then flubs the recovery. Another no.
Wait a second.
Wait.
I mean, they're still fighting that. I don't think there was anything.
That was weird.
Any sort of server or anything going on there. I think they were just a little spaghetti, a little bit of flubbits.
It happens. I mean, the pressure's on. You're in losers finals right now. There goes that classic up air this time around. The percents are low enough. Quattro's able to get back, but in such a bad spot.
Oh, actually, shield the eyed in that forward tilt to try and get the punish, but I don't think just was not ready for it. Maybe inputted it too early. But still, showing a pretty good position here off stage to try and get Maokitty down to last stock.
Some brave DI out, continuously saving Maokitty until the time was right, and then it's the DI in. Excellent heads-up defensive play, but Quattro still holding that pressure tight. Manages to even up the stocks, but that deficit is tough.
Yeah, but like I was saying earlier, now at that kind of 30-ish%, you're in a really golden opportunity to try and make these comebacks against Edelus. Just have to find that opening, but right now it's going to be really tough for Quattro to do so.
Doesn't have a jump. Did manage to land. Could be worse, but not much worse. And Maokitty finds the timing, reads that early up B mix-up attempt, and the forward air is going to punch your ticket into grand finals.
You know, we were talking during Quattro's games against both the Crag players that Quattro was really familiar with the offstage game against Crag and had a really complete flowchart against all of Crag's options. But we kind of saw the inverse of that against Maokitty, where Maokitty was really prepared for a lot of Rano's offstage options and all the mix-ups that could possibly have happened. But Quattro looked a lot more unfamiliar in that matchup than against Crag.
Yeah, agree. It was a lot of situations where you're accustomed to seeing Quattro get more for less. And this time around, it was that fiddling we were talking about around the up B. How do I deal with Edelus just swinging out with a down air, with a back air, and not letting me have my turn when he's off stage?
Yeah, and I mean, that idea of turns is kind of really big in that matchup, and that's pretty similar how I like to think of things against, like, Edelus. But, you know, that's neither here nor there right now, because we're going to be having a grand finals of Maokitty versus one Outcast, and I am very excited for this.
The big bodies remain. Outcast in the chat talking earlier. Apparently he can't do it. That apparently has a lot of weight behind it. Outcast certainly a believer, a purloiner of the character, a progenitor of many of the ideas that surround this character, even, to use your word. So I'm excited to see how Maokitty deals with it.
And I'm excited to see, hang on, I don't know if we have any stats people in the chat or maybe in the Discord. Has Outcast ever won a hop-on before? I'm pretty sure Maokitty has at some point, but I'm not sure if Outcast has.
Anybody want to go through 69 other Start GG pages? Let us know.
We have the technology. I can just look this up on Super Major.
Oh, I always forget about Super Major. I love Super Major. What a great app. So while you're looking that up, chat, why don't y'all tell me, any predictions going into this? Who do y'all think is going to take it? Are we going to get Maokitty? Are we going to get Outcast? I want to know the split here, even if we don't have an official prediction. Someone just said Warzone. Honestly, you're so right. You're so right, Machu. It's going to be a Warzone. Outcast sweep?
Okay, I'm looking through all the hop-ons. We get a second. I do see a second.
It's
fifth,
midnight.
third. He has one. Okay.
Ooh.
Hop-on 28. So nearly a year ago is when Outcast has most recently taken a hop-on. And now, to the detriment of our players, I will also look up to see if Maokitty has won one as well, even though game one is underway. That will be just a second. I'm going to make this as quick as possible so we all know, to see if there's any new chances.
Yeah, we need to know the stakes. But either way, we are getting into it. It's grand finals, y'all. Outcast versus Malkitty, the Crag and the Edalus, and it is going to be the Edalus that takes the first stock, tail as old as time. That up air is so powerful with the way Malkitty uses it.
I don't believe I'm saying this, but Malkitty has not won a hop-on before. Has gotten a couple seconds, a lot of top 8s. I don't think... I'm looking through. I'm not sure if Malkitty's ever missed a top 8. But still, no first places yet. So this is a really big deal for Malkitty.
This is exciting. So Outcast, the stakes are proving that you've still got it. For Malkitty, it's trying to be the new blood on top. And for Steakinator in chat, the stakes are always on. So let's see how this goes as Malkitty pulls out a 1 stock advantage on game number 1 and still climbing.
It's such a storied like match already. Just knowing that like Malkitty has had so many top 8s, so many chances, so many cracks at it, and gotten so close dozens of times, so many times, but never taken it home.
You know you've got to be
This
nervous
could be
here.
it.
I feel like doing well in game 1 makes you more nervous because you realize, like, I can do this.
You start to see the finish line, exactly.
Yeah.
We'll see big lead here for Malkitty in this game 1. Not even be able to take that stock with the forwarder. It's going to be a really tough situation to navigate here.
Outcast is scheming with that precariously placed rock. Wasn't able to find purchase with it, but was able to reset the ledge situation. Still missing that F tilt, just barely whiffs. Malkitty, the percent is climbing, but the stock has not fallen. Finally, the forward air does it.
Yeah, I mean, 113 on the side of Outcast, though. Lots of ways for Edalus to take this. Just gonna have to go off stage, hold the back air whiffs. This is actually really huge. Outcast still with one more chance.
That's all he needs. Jab check, floor hug shield, good defense. Once again, Malkitty's defense is so on point in the scramble.
Duffed with that forwarder to take that first game, too.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, even though the percentages were like 100% apart, it was looking like all not Malkitty. Outcast needed was just that one opening. And I mean, we almost got it. I mean, Outcast shielded the up strong from Malkitty, found a little bit of damage, didn't quite convert it into something super huge though. And I bet Malkitty's like breathing a sigh of relief.
Back throw early. It's not going to get too much. Malkitty is getting back to stage in so many of these situations and kind of forcing the scramble, landing on Outcast. And Outcast has not had a super high hit percentage on resetting the offstage.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I know like we've said it so many times, this top 8, but this offstage game is really what's going to be impactful. But Malkitty's saying, let me flip the script a little bit. I don't need offstage. I'll just confirm right to the up strong, play off the top.
Yeah, they're rare, but it is something that Malkitty is doing a good job of showing the threat of. Good punish there on the F tilt.
This little like cross up back there, maybe the shield grab from Outcast. But still, it's going to be all about finding it back on the stage right now, getting that opening. Not letting Outcast take the stock too early. That fourth throw might do it. Oh yeah, Rockwall. Thank you, Rockwall.
That's what we pay you for, Rockwall. Outcast overjoyed as his counter pick pays off, trying to prove us wrong that this stage is good for Crag.
I mean,
it's pretty good for Crag.
I wasn't going to say about anything about the stage in particular. I'm just saying, I mean, Malkitty really good at finding those early conversions, regardless of stage, but on Rockwall, that's really amplified.
That coverage is insane. Just managing to get back to the ledge in time to find the back air once again, burning out all of those resources and just forcing Outcast to fall into the blast zone on his own accord.
Even though it's a closer game, like compared to game 1 at least, it just looks like Malkitty just has like that upper hand, finding all the right chances, right openings. But right now, Outcast trying to make me shut up a little bit.
But I see what you're saying. Like, it doesn't feel as close as it is.
It can definitely feel like that. I mean, that's kind of one of the ways that like sets can go in this game, though, right? Like you can feel like you're the better player and you're winning neutral all the time, and you know
You get hit.
and then you get hit, and then it's just like, you know, as we're seeing, like Outcast just like finding small little pokes in this last stock. But look at the damage; it's already let up so much. But speaking of,
Bro, we love floor hugging dash attack. Malkitty taking full advantage of that damage bonus to reset the situation up to 121 now on Outcast.
he's teching the platform. That could have been a really bad situation for Outcast. Still kind of is, but hang on, Saibi getting the reversal. Gonna be a lot of damage and a bad situation here for Malkitty.
Hold on, back throw. Is this your moment, Outcast? Can you finally reset it? No gambles on the forward smash. The Outcast classic, and true to his name, he is cast into the blast zone. And that's a game, once again, to Malkitty.
Yeah, I'm honestly a little bit surprised that killed. I mean, it is Rockwall. I think he died off the side there too. But you know, Frag, I mean, if he's able to live, he can just come right back and place the pillar. It doesn't really matter from where. But no, going back to Rockwall as well. I mean, like we're talking about with the cover picks for Outcast. This is really like what he likes to choose.
I like the run back.
It's what he goes for pretty much every time.
I feel like in this matchup, especially with the way Malkitty plays the offstage game, you so often don't get to come back to stage. So having the smaller blast zones, I think, favors you more than it favors Etalus.
I can definitely see that.
Like, that would have just killed on most stages. So
yeah,
the blast zone isn't hurting him.
I also picked this stage against Etalus quite frequently.
It's just so annoying to kill him off the side. He's so heavy. Give me a small blast zone.
Ooh, no parry on the icicles, but does find the parry on the forward air. I wonder if like not parrying the icicles kind of put it in Outcast's mind. Oh my god, goes so deep off stage for that forward air.
I like the coverage on the tech chase to create that situation as well. Down special forward and then back air to cover the tech roll away. Or tech roll in, rather.
Yeah, I mean, those... Ooh, almost thought Outcast was deep. But those, like, ways to find, like, routes into those, like, big hits. It's kind of an Outcast special. I really love doing that.
Gotta be careful with those big hits. We saw the forward smash lose him a game already, and now gambling hard on that aerial down special. Gets away with it this time, but still has not landed.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like we were saying, right? Like, these matches might seem a little bit... Oh, no! Drops the stock taking punish off the parry. But, yeah, like we were saying, you know, these games can feel like they're so much closer, further away than they actually are. But it's all about just driving these advantages. I mean, both these characters are so capable of, like, taking a single hit and, like, converting it into so much. But as well, you know, it's all about being able to survive that and control that, like, control the pace. Yeah.
Outcast looking for some trickery to make something happen, throwing out those pillars, but not able to find the forward airs that he's trying to route into afterwards. Malkitty retaining this stock. That was the chance. Didn't trust it.
There's been a couple opportunities here, especially using that pillar, where Outcast has had the opportunity to take the stock, like with forwarders or something, but Malkitty's been really good at like mixing up the offstage timing and mixing up the recovery to try and avoid those what would be stock taking hits, and that forwarder will reset the bracket.
A quick 3-0. Malkitty looking fantastic on their run to their first hop on W.
Yeah, I mean, you look at something like that and you think this is somebody who's won multiple events, and I mean, very clearly up to that kind of task. And again, Malkitty's gotten so close so many times, and I don't know if Malkitty's even thinking about that right now. Probably just trying to lock in and take this set, because we haven't seen any sort of like, you know, slip ups or shakiness.
Agreed. Just so poised. And starting this set the same way we started the first one, Outcast is able to get past the first up air, but you can't get past the second. And that is a quick stock from Malkitty.
Yeah, and already starting off the offense is one Outcast trying to fire right back. But still, It'd be tough now that Daedalus has all those resources back. That's kind of the one thing about, like, you know, putting that pillar up so close to the wall is that Daedalus has so little risk just dropping down and then like trying to challenge that, because now you have all your resources back. You can go so deep for these edge guards, and even if you get hit, you landed. You technically landed on the ground, so you can like recover from so deep. But still, Outcast to find that stop.
And his dash attack conversion so strong, really leaning into the strength of the character. Catches the fade back forward air. Outcast gets outspaced, and at 155, you might be outlasted. And sure enough, the back air does it again.
Oh my god. Outcast trying to fire right back. Oh my, I thought that up B was actually gonna kill right at 0, but no. It is Outcast with the conversion, tried to go so deep for the clip. But in record time, Maoki taking the first game of the reset. We might be looking at a 6-0.
Outcast has gone for so many of those deep, hard read offstage spikes. A lot of times it's the aerial down special, sometimes it's the down air. And Maokitty has been able to space around it, I think, every time. Or gets hit, and then that happens, right? Once again, Outcast trying to force an issue that maybe that's not your hill to die on.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, it is something that Outcast has gone for, like, historically. This is not like it's something new. But I think what's different here is that there's a lot of ways we're seeing that Maoki is able to survive that kind of big aggression off stage that we don't really see from a lot of other players. We also don't see conversions like that from a lot of other players.
Reversals with that up air. Did burn your jump. And once again, Outcast, at this point, like, yeah, you gotta force the issue, but he is, as Corn Cycle said, dying.
Yeah, I mean, especially this game 2 has just not been close. Going off stage. Ooh, not quite taking it. I think that was sour forward air.
Oh my goodness. Gets back to finish out the edge guard before Outcast can even return to the stage. What an optimal SD from Maokitty.
I mean, I think that's kind of been happening with more frequency. Is that you, like, if you have Craig so deep, you can just continue the edge guard even after death, which is really funny to think of. But yeah, it's been quite the wash this grand final so far.
But it's not over just yet. Outcast still has a chance. We can see the fury with which these early aerials have been placed by Outcast. Unfortunately, all roads lead off stage, and as soon as you get there, Maokitty evens up the percent just like nothing ever happened.
We're starting to see Outcast do like a little bit of different options here to try and like survive these offstage interactions. I mean, we even saw, like, you know, just like the SDI down and the tech into trying to avoid the dash attack to avoid that confirm. But still, right now it's looking like it's a little bit too little too late, and just this little, like, these small adaptations in terms of defense is not making up for the huge offense that Maokitty's been putting on.
Okay, whiff grab is going to get you killed, though. It is not that easy. Outcast still has an insane punish game.
That's true.
On the wall, but we are stuck using your powers against you even. Maokitty has all of the answers right now, and using the ice that we got set up already, forcing out the air dodge into the double back air. It is textbook from Maokitty.
This offense and these conversions have just been so on point, so not only like optimal in terms of routing, but also just calling out Outcast options on defense, able to capitalize on every single thing he's been doing. It's got to feel overwhelming. Oof, wow, never mind.
Even
Tough
there, had the call out on the special getup was just a little bit off on the timing and got clipped, and Outcast was able to convert it. But speaking of Outcast, this is Outcast's last chance. You've lost 5 in a row. Maokitty's got you on the ropes, going deep, forcing out the icicles once again. No pillar, back air to reset, but the up B cancel manages to get you back, or the side B.
Just one more chance here for Outcast, and the confirm into the up strong is gonna take it, and Maokitty is finally your hop on champion.
That might be the fastest 6-0 I have ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that was a clinic. That was just putting in work, clocking in the office. 6 quick games. Malkitty's heading out the champion.
Congratulations to Malkitty, your first victory and making a statement at that. I'm excited to see what happens next week because I know Malkitty's coming for the run back. That is for sure.
Yeah, I mean, already been a staple for Hop On since its inception, really.
Yeah.
Making these top 8s so consistently. Been such a strong competitor for this game, but still finally able to claim that dub. It's got to be a weight off your shoulders.
Whew. What a top 8. That was so fun. I'm so glad I got to commentate with you as well, Bird. We haven't gotten to hang out very much. It was an absolute pleasure to hear your insights on the game. Unfortunately, that is going to be the end. Y'all, one last call out for !Matcherino. If you enjoyed that, you want to put a little bit of money in Malkitty's pocket as a thank you for what we just saw. Bird, anything more you want to say to the people before we hop off?
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad to be back doing something. I was feeling really, what's the word? Empty. Not lonely, because I mean, I still got my friends to talk to. But just not having anything to do with this game felt so frustrating. So, for the time being, I'm going to be glad to be back here on commentary for Hop On. I'll be doing this for foreseeable future, at least, until things get better on my end. So, I will be glad to be back, and I'm glad to be here right now. I'm glad to be commentating with you, and I'm glad to see everybody in the chat. Thank you for having me.
All right, y'all, that's going to do it. Thank you for joining us. We will see you in the same time, in the same place next week. But I believe, is this week the Hop On friendlies? Do I have that right?
I don't know.
Oh, that was last week. Oh, I lost my weeks. Y'all have to wait with me for like a whole nother 3 weeks before we do Hop On friendlies again. Definitely check that out if you want some more casual brackets. But we will see you next week for sure with Hop On number 71.